There we go.
There we go.
So, hey, it says we're live. It's at 0.03, which means we're live. And hello, hi, I'm Cy O'Connor. Welcome to the Stud Buds. I'm taking over today, and it's great to see every single one of you. Now, I'm here as usual with the producer. The producer helps me out with things like scripts and stuff like that. So, if you watch the anniversary show, you'll see that the producer's rubbish at their job. Yeah, I know. I'm just telling them. Anyway, shut up. Anyway, we're here about the... No. Buds. You spelled it wrong. They're not stud butts. It's buds. You got it wrong the last time, too. No, Ethan's not here. I don't know why you keep asking about him. He's 12.
12.
Wow. Okay, so, so hi, guys. Oh, this is so... No, shut up. Leave me alone. I did shave. I'm fine. Oh, God. You can't say that. No, they gave me words I can't say. So you shut your bleep, right? Bleep to you as well.
Thank you for censoring yourself there, Si.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of...
PG-13.
I don't even know what that means. Okay, so yeah. So I'll tell you... it's a great show. It's a great live stream. I love it. I try and watch it as often as I can. You changed the time, which ruined my life. I can watch the replay now. I think you did on purpose so people write comments now and help with the interactions. But what I love about the Stud Buds, when I watch the Stud Buds, it makes me feel like I'm watching a collection of Star Wars characters. I mean, it's in the chat. You guys, let me know what you think. Do any of these guys remind you of Star Wars characters? I know what you might be thinking, and I think I might have a different approach to it. But the first thing I will ask you all to do is hit the like button, okay? Because that helps. It sends the signals out that we're here. If you're new, subscribe. I'm not here that often. I don't know who's new. I don't know. So if you're new, hit the subscribe button. I presume the links are down in the description below. Oh, they are. Hey! So
as well as your social media account, Si, so everybody should go and follow you there too.
Okay, that's brilliant. You're great. And I like to tell people follow each other in the stream as well, because you never know who's interesting out there. So basically what we'll do is we will talk to the first person that came to mind when I was thinking about what we're going to do. The first person, this person's a bit of a stud. It reminds me of a little bit of Lando Calrissian, although the skin tone's different, but the heart is the same. And this person's a bit of a bit of a party animal. He's flamboyant, always seems happy, and knows how to party, even though he dances every single day for like 16 years. He started when he was like 7 or something. He dances. He absolutely dances his lovely beep off every day. He's a TikTok legend, and I think he has many personas as well. So this is Mr. Matt Mellish. What do you guys think? Does he remind you? Does he have the heart of Lando? A playboy, a bit of a hey, how you doing?
Hello,
Live
what
streams.
have we
He's
here?
like, what have we here?
I can see it.
Yeah, me too. I totally can see it. And the dancing thing, that's, he says it's to be TikTok thing. It's to become TikTok famous with the dance, but I think secretly he just likes to dance all the time.
Yeah,
Might have figured me out.
We haven't figured it. And the sexy cop as well. Are we allowed to say sexy? Anyway, sexy. Sorry. Bleep. Oh, help me. But no, you're a smooth dude. And I think it's so cool that you're like, and people will come onto your live stream and they were like, hey, Matt, I love your dance. You do a bit of a dance. And again, it's on very late for Si, so I don't get to see it all the time. But
appreciate when you join, though.
It's cool. I still have to try and get to 1,000 so I can go live and take part and stuff like that, because it does look like fun. Watching things, I don't know if I'll be able to do it on my phone because I'm short-sighted, so I'll be like all the time, what's that say?
You can actually now swipe on your screen and the comments will get all bigger.
Really?
Like for OAP?
Yeah, that's a new feature. Yeah, I just realized this last week when I went live.
Huh.
Yeah, I need
That's
that.
pretty cool. Moving on to the next person. So the next, the next, what's he say? Yeah, Ethan. Yeah, he did. I bald and all sorts. You shut your face, Liam. I know where you live.
Did you buy the DeLorean?
Oh,
Takes a drink.
I need something stronger, lads. I tell you. So right, moving on to the next stud bud. What's this? I can't read this. What do you mean? What? What do you mean? Why? Okay, I can't introduce Block.studios as the Wookiee of the group.
I'm the Wookiee.
I know. I know he's as hairy as Chewbacca, but I mean, look at the size of him. He's lifting up UCS sets all the time. He's a giant. I know he lives in America, but anyway,
you know he's 5'6", right?
Bleep. Okay. The next page. Okay, you're winding me up. Do you know that you're really God Almighty? I should fire you. Hate you so much. Backup one. Okay, this one says, backup intro in case Chewie looks angry. P.S. Don't read this out. Love the producer. You're not supposed to do that. Okay. Next up is really. You think this is better? Okay. Next up is the Han Solo of the group. Oh, very interesting. He likes to go to bars, drop a few F-bombs, have a beer or 7. Do you drink? What if he doesn't drink? What if he doesn't drink it? Jesus Christ. Beep for Jesus as well. Anyway, no. But I think he's a bit of. I know you're a bit of a romantic at heart as well. So we have Zane, who is Block.studios. So, okay, chat. What do you think? Is he a bit of a Han Solo? What do you guys think?
Oh, of all of us, I'm the one that does drink the most. I do party more than the rest of them. I'm a lover at heart, kind of come off a little brooding, but
Oh yeah,
I'd say so. Spot on. Also, fun fact: I have the same birth.
I think that is.
There's a cliffhanger.
There's a cliffhanger. Zane, you froze. You froze for that last part.
You have the same what?
Oh,
you're freezing.
I have the
freezing,
same
Zane.
birthday as Harrison Ford.
Oh.
No
I'm gonna freak
way.
out.
Really?
July 13th, Harrison Ford, me and him.
Wow.
He
That's
definitely
crazy.
is scruffy looking.
Oh, and by the way, chat, I might be in control, but I'm not in control of the comments. So if I see something, I'll ask the guys to put it on the screen. Everyone's saying hello. Loads of cool people that I've never seen before. So it's nice to meet you all. Hello. I hope you're having a nice time. Okay, so this bud of studs. Oh yeah, it's all lads here. Loads of lads, and we're missing a lad as well. So real sausage fest. But anyway, you guys really need to. You guys need to get some studettes in here, like maybe some friends.
Hold up. For the last 3 months, most of our guests have been studettes.
A regular member, the girl that puts the stormtroopers in her pants, and
Oh yeah.
G-rated side.
Pants are trousers.
Sai, you got to understand. We got to know women to actually have them on the show. So
Don't say that. People will think you're a nerd, for God's sake.
Oh, we are.
No one's supposed to know we're nerds and cool tops. Shut up! Don't say it.
He's married, so I mean, it's obvious that he's not going to know anymore. I mean,
well, that is true. That is true. You can always just close your eyes when people come on. Yes.
We're blindfolded.
Well, basically, maybe diversities in the cult. I mean, the group would be good. Well, it's not a cult. I know it's not a cult. Hey, Fazuma's here. I see a name I know. Apart him and Liam, I know. Okay, that's just what I thought. But so this guy thought the Lego store was the chosen one. So what character did this guy be? He thought the Lego store was the chosen one, but the Lego store took his social media life, so now he's back as a Force ghost. Yes, it is. It is Brad, BrickingUpBrad. I forgot to say that you're actually Qui-Gon Jinn.
I can see that. It's the mustache and the little beard thing. I
Mm,
don't know. Get your hair out, Brad. Get them mullet.
I take that because you were going to be someone else. But not many people like the character. No, not Jar Jar. You were going to be young Anakin, so they got rid of him.
That's what I thought you were going with. That.
I was first, but no, you're not. You're Qui-Gon Jinn.
Brad, you're not as cute as little Lanny.
Annie, that was weird. Was that not weird? Like he's 7, and she's like 48, and she's like, "Hey," and oh, and the next baby on the way, and everyone's like, I don't know, very strange. So we'll move on to the next person. This stud bud is definitely a young Luke Skywalker. But this little farm boy swapped his blue milk for blue balls. He's innocent, creative, handsome. He likes to hang around with old men, as in the stud buds. What are you writing this for? They're not old. What? He's not a teenager. I'm probably older than them. Don't make it more than that. Swear to God. Anyway, what? Oh God, no! Here he is, Ethan. I'm sorry. Oh! I just got the sheep slapped out of me by Ethan.
You just got Will Smith.
It was just an age joke.
So violent.
On topic, yeah, on violence. I'm gonna make it to the SE6 one as well at some stage. I didn't say that word. I didn't say the word. Don't fire me, guys. I'm only here. I've only been here for 16 minutes. Okay, now listen, what do you guys think about the youngest member? Do you think he is a little bit of a young Luke Skywalker? I think so. He's the innocent guy. You guys took him in under your wing, corrupted him.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Oh, I love that
I can
guy.
see it
He's
for
so
sure.
much fun. He's fun. He's such a great guy. So listen.
Awkward around women, accidentally kisses his sister. I mean, wait.
I'll protect you. And your
Things get
sister.
weird.
We love you. We love you, Ethan. You're so much fun. But yeah. So let me say yeah, I know bleep. Where's my bleep thing? After I lost that. Now here it is. Bleep. I tried to print one out, and all these copyright things were coming up. So I said I got an honors master's in art. So I made my own.
Nice.
And if you
Beautiful
don't like
graphic
it, you
design.
can bleep off.
I hate
It's
it.
better than my art skills.
Homemade is always better, Sai.
True.
Yeah, homemade is
True.
better. It's like bread. No, that's rubbish. I like
It's like
supermarket bread,
bread.
to be honest. Bread. You have to get a bit of bread. So let me see, guys. What did you guys in the chat think? Was I right? Was I spot on about that? Who was the one that was most on point? I think. Yeah, I know you think you're right. He's not a Wookiee. He's just a guy, and he's good looking as well. I've never seen it. No, I've never seen him unshaven. But
We have a picture. We have a picture.
I've seen. Hey, look! I just noticed. I'm up here on the right-hand side. I'm the leader today.
Ah.
The leader's position. All hail, Brad.
That isn't the leader's position. It's just my spot.
Shut your face.
The control.
Like
My
Sheldon,
face.
I have to have a spot.
No, do you know what? I actually do have a spot everywhere I go, and if people sit in my spot, I do get really upset, and I pretend I'm not, and people go, "Okay, I'll move." Then I'm like, "Woohoo!" Yeah, but yeah. So come here, guys. What have you been up to this week? Have you been buying Lego? Have you been out and about in Lego stores? Let's start with you, Brad.
Yeah, I actually went to the Lego store for the first time in a few weeks, Wednesday, and I forgot to grab it, but I got the new Harry Potter book that was the black one for Defense Against the Dark Arts. I have the other 4, so I kind of need to get the last 2. And I bought something that I wasn't expecting, which was Lloyd's race car from Ninjago. No, okay, I'm not a huge Ninjago fan, but I've been looking at the Evo Wave. And it's kind of cool. And I really like them as desks displays because they're colorful. Star Wars is so gray and stuff. Yeah. Whereas like you get like the Ninjago, it really like adds some color. And the newest wave isn't bad. I did a few modifications to the car and it looks sick on my desk. So like it's honestly a really cool set. I actually plan on getting a few more. But
you're going down a dark path there, my friend.
Yeah. I think at least getting one of the dragons, if anything else, just because like I like how posable they are. So like you can do it like when I'm bored at work, I can like kind of pose with them. And then I got some Stud Buds merch, which link down below. I got this. I got the Stud Buds beanie.
I'll show you what you got. Stud butts beanie. I mean buds.
Yeah.
I mean
Stud Buds beanie. I got 5 stickers and I got a new black V-neck Stud Buds shirt. The stickers are for when me and Matt go out to Brick Fair Rochester. Brick Universe Rochester, and we will be giving those away to Stud Buds fans who come up to us.
Please save me. Please come join me.
I have so much fun planned.
I saw your TikTok where you were opening all those, and it was pretty cool. And you had your little V-neck on, your glove, and your little hat. You look gorgeous walking around New York. I'm walking here. Hat. Yeah, amazing. Do people in New York?
What will you say?
Do people in New York really go around shouting at taxis? I'm walking here. Yeah, but you're on the road. I'm walking here. I've got a bagel for
that
God's
sake.
That
part of the New York is not the part of New York I live in. That part of the New York is the crappy part of New York that the rest of New York go, why? Why would you ever want to live there?
But is that a real thing, though? Is that a real thing? Do people actually walk around and yell at taxis all day long?
Like they do. From my experience, they
don't. At least in my part of New York, I don't ever get a taxi.
Well, New York City. City.
So I visited who I was dating at the time quite often because she lived in New York, and there are more people probably talking to themselves, screaming, than yelling at taxis. So just keep that in mind.
And I just want to put a disclaimer in on behalf of the Stud Buds. We do not actually endorse what Brad has said about the city of New York. People who live there. It's probably a very nice place.
No, it's crap. It's stupid. It's the worst part of New York. We keep waiting for it to like snap off and float into the ocean.
That's his own personal opinion, not the opinion of Stud Buds.
True. I just got the Brick Top for some really cool parts for the town. But yeah, that was it for my week. I don't think I got anything else new.
Will we say hello to some people in the chat, because people are in the chat and they're saying hi to everybody. We've got Cool Master 64. Opie is talking about New York City says it slaps. I don't know if that's PGG or GGP or whatever, if we can say it. Blob was awesome. Can you guys do a review of the new fighter tank? I love figs, but the build is bleep. It sure is. It's bleeping awesome. We have Jack Skywalker. I'm walking here. Exactly. See, everybody knows it. We have Lego Bot. What's up? We have LTK Spray. Sup? Do you say the lowercase in that LTK? I'm not sure. Danny's saying very impressed. Yes, thank you very much. I don't know what he's impressed by, but I'm impressed that you're impressed. So that's awesome. Mr. Toralolo. Mr. I know someone who says Lego is trash. I hope his pillow will be warm on both sides. That sounds like the mafia threat. Oh my goodness. And yes, so everyone keep. Oh, there's Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Sai. Great to see you today. Hosting. Well, I'm glad you're here. I hope you're late because the start was a little bit PGGG. Anyway, I have a bleep button. Bleep. So I have a list of words. I'm not allowed to say. I'll read them out. Mother, oh no, don't read them out. It's the producer. The producer's. Shut your face. I told you. I don't. No, sit down. It is a chair. It's a chair.
If it were the producer, this would be NC-17. My God.
If the producer was on, we'd be all reported and we'd be carted off with the police. To be honest with you. What have you been up to, Mr. Matt? And no, he's not Billie Eilish's brother. It's Mellish, not Eilish. You're an idiot. What have you been up to?
Oh, you're great, Sai. What have I been up to? That's a great question. Well, honestly, not a whole lot as I survey my room. I did happen to go to Walmart, and I was I was looking for tacky specifically to actually like make a stop motion animation.
What the hell is that? Do you chew that? Do you chew it?
It's not like bubble gum.
Does that look like?
It's not like bubble gum, but it's the stretchy stuff. It's poster tack, so you would want to stick like something on the wall with it. It doesn't feel that sticky, but it is. And in order to like make something stand on the table in the appropriate, that stuff. There you go.
We call it Blue Tack. It's actually a brand name, but Blue Tack.
Oh, there you go. I forget. I think I don't know what the brand is that makes this. I know Elmer's does as well, but it's perfect.
Elmer's?
Elmer's makes sticky tack. Yeah. Not Elmer Fudd, but if you want something to stay on the table and pose it appropriately without it having to move all over the place, it's really useful for that. But I did happen to go to Walmart, and while I was there picking up my sticky tack, of course I bought a Lego set because I couldn't help myself. And with Easter coming around the corner, I thought it was It was only $15, so it would be the perfect thing to buy. I got the little bunny rabbit.
Oh, buddy.
Well, that's cute.
Oh,
I got one too.
Oh.
that reminds me.
What'd you get?
Keep going, Matt. Keep going. He can
Okay.
tell us in a bit.
And then the only other thing that I really did, I guess this was this week. I get my weeks mixed up because time just goes by here so quickly. I got this in the mail thanks to Zavvy.com, who keeps sending me free Lego, which is so kind of them. Probably something new coming this month as well. But I just like getting a box of bricks sometimes and sorting through that and building it on my own. So check out Zavvy.com. If you go to my profile, you can use my affiliate link there. But yeah, that was basically my week, short and sweet, but to the point. I've been working on a YouTube review, and it's like taking the life out of me because it's just when you're used to TikTok and the condensed version of making something, it's so much more difficult to go back to the long form. So yeah,
It's a chore, just because I've played around with TikTok when I started. That I got one too. It's pretty cool, Brad. It was ours. I think it was €20. So, I can't remember. Lorraine bought it for me. Lorraine's an awesome woman. Hi, Lorraine.
Oh,
She's
this was the GWP for in
Oh, that's
store.
the other one. Oh, yeah. No, I have the one that
Yeah.
Matt got.
nice.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I got that, and then I also got. So I finally picked up some chicks. So and then I got the bunny. I was like super close to the margin. I was like, I'm just gonna go over it.
What was I saying? I can't remember. I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, sorry.
Content
the YouTube
being
video, yeah.
hard to make.
Yes. So I played around with TikTok, and I love it. It's brilliant. It's great for like making stuff. It's got so much more stuff that's handy than YouTube, but YouTube is so much more hard work. I mean, we're talking about. I think like what Danny Bob was talking about as well. The payoff is it's a better kind of rush that you get on TikTok and Reels. And you can use music. You can use proper music. Now, I don't understand why YouTube, who have loads of music videos on their platform, can't at least have creators maybe pay $3 or $5 a month or half a month to access that music and play it in our live streams. I mean, if you're sitting there by yourself, I know it's a good idea. Thank you very much, Shane.
I agree.
He didn't say meow. He said wow. What's what? Meow. But wouldn't it be cool if you could do that? Like, be on your own, listen to your own music you like on YouTube. I just think it's a good idea. It doesn't have to be for the public because they get it for free, basically. Why can't we have it for free?
Yeah,
Oh,
as a creator.
I pay for it.
Yeah, and I kind of run into something kind of like because I've been doing Tavern Talk recently and trying to like put on an episode every week, which is very fun to do, but it's also it takes a lot of work. It's like there's only so much music, and if I want to like get a bigger library of stuff, I have to go to like artlist.com or .io, I'm pretty sure it is, and like pay like it's like a couple $100 for a year to get like as much unlimited free, ad-free music as like I want. But it's like you're right though. It is like TikTok, you get this great payoff a lot of time. Whereas like YouTube, unless you're really pushing people to your page, it's very not as big of a payoff. So
yeah. No, and like you can do epidemic sounds and all that for YouTube, and there's so many different like services which are good where you can like go in, and if they have a voice, if they have an audio, you can switch it up and change. If you don't want the drums in a certain section, you can get rid of that to just hear the guitar or whatever. But you're right, Sai. It would be nice to have copyrighted music that is within not within the public domain, but within YouTube's domain to give us. What's up, Emma?
Emma Source in the house. Woo!
Can I just say, I've been watching some of Emma's videos recently. Her husband, husband, right?
Husband.
I think it's
Yeah,
husband,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry. I swear.
Yes.
It's awesome.
I'll just point out as well. If Emma's married to Ross, don't tell Emily because Emily's Emmasaurus. She'll go mad.
Oh
I
yeah.
forgot about that.
She will actually she'll kick the bleep.
Ooh.
Go on,
Ross
Brad.
is absolutely fantastic, and I cannot. We gotta get him on the show sometime soon. I think I was watching a recent content, like just like going through old sets, and he's like looking at them and like his knowledge and stuff. But he's also
Right. He's got good taste.
funny guy. Yes,
You could see the
Great taste.
nostalgia on his face, like.
I do have to say though, I'm very disappointed in the lack of castle sets he has. I think that he could have some more of them, and they would be better for it. So
Hey,
There
let's
you go.
let's do it. Let's schedule
maybe
it.
maybe we need to do a Stud Buds like couple special.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of romance going on the show.
We do
No,
like
you're a producer. I'm not married to you. Shut up. I'm not talking about you. Wow.
actually,
Sorry,
better
go
idea,
on.
better idea. We do like they'll bring on couples to work things out. We bring on Lego
Couples
couples to
therapy?
work out. Yeah, like Lego problems. Like
Lego couples therapy.
Perfect.
Valentine's Day. There we go.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, how cute. Oh, yeah.
G-rated, G-rated. Close your eyes.
Ethan's never seen that before. He got very curious.
Well, that's a practice session for Ethan. He can copy that when he watches this back. Don't forget to leave a comment, Ethan. And
Lego Dr. Phil.
Yeah. I'm not even going to get into that because it'll just go down a rabbit hole. But don't
Thanks for
forget,
dropping by, Emily. We appreciate
Yes.
it.
Thanks for dropping by, Emily. Emily has been flown to Legoland by Legoland.
New York,
and she is
too.
out there. Yeah, she's out there with various different creators. Just Too Good is one of them. So they are out there hanging out, having a great time. So check out her content. She's having a great time. And the bedrooms in that place are brilliant. Like they're themed, as you know. There's Ninjago. There's Castle, I think, isn't there, Brad? And there you've got
I think there's
you've
at
got
least
a
pirates.
dirty mind, Brad. I wasn't even going there. Anyway, this is PG, child friendly. I do not condone.
What? I was a bit. What is
This is why
happening?
Ethan left.
Poor Ethan. Anyway, so come here, listen to me. If you're new in the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and take part in the poll. I took part in the poll. I won't tell you what I chose. You choose for yourself. 14 votes, which is really good. Let's try and get up to maybe 20, 30, 50 if we can. And that's great. Use all your alt accounts as well, because they're cool. So yeah. You were talking about making videos, Matt, and we went off on a mad
We
one.
did.
Your YouTube channel is called what?
Mine? Just Matt Mellish.
Matt Mellish, nice and simple. That I went for Cy O'Connor as well, just because.
Yep.
Well, so people would know who I am.
Right.
I wouldn't have to be, because I had a lot of thoughts. Kept saying put bricks in. Studio productions was popular at the time, and I just said screw it. If I ever change from Lego and because I like Funko Pops as well,
Right.
so if I ever change, I don't want to have to set up a new channel. Or we'd all love to be 100,000 subscribers, but if you change the name, I think you lose your blue tick.
Yeah.
So that's why I kept it. So tell us about what you do over there. Is it the same as TikTok?
So yeah, I mean, no, it's not the exact same because TikTok is, it's comedy in a way. Like it's like those short form 15 seconds of a laugh or a smile that brightens your day. Whereas YouTube is more of an in-depth analysis or a look at a set. Sometimes I'm doing gaming. I have a couple episodes of Minecraft, but with the new Lego Star Wars game coming out, I'm thinking about doing that as well. So just not live streams, but more or less like let's plays and edited versions of what would have been a live stream. I just don't have the equipment to do that at this point. But no, the reason that I kept my name, just my name, is because I also think it's powerful in a way, because when people ask what is your niche,
There's the producer. Come on, he's the one causing all the trouble.
did he write your script?
Yeah, he wrote it with his foot and a crayon.
Sai, if he's the one writing all the stuff, I think you might want to take him to therapy now because
You can't hear them. So tell them that the producers after going to get some fizzy water, and you're just going to say hello.
Hi. Water.
hi.
Hi, no lag.
Hi.
So say hi to Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Say hi to Zane.
Hi, Zane.
Isn't that a cool name?
Yeah.
It's like a ninja. And say hi to Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's
So
not
I've
looking
taken over the channel. I haven't hacked it.
Okay.
I tried to, but I couldn't get in. And so I'm taking over, and I've been telling everybody how cool they are. And you tell everybody what you've been doing today.
I've been doing today playing Fortnite.
Playing Fortnite.
Playing
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Nice.
Yeah.
PS5, right?
Yeah, I'm playing on PS5.
Speak louder so everyone in the world can hear you.
You're making some people jealous out there, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Do you like the new season?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. Do you like it
Yeah.
that people can't build anymore?
No. But my
It's a
friend,
little.
my friend just saw Fortnite just added building back. Yeah.
I think that's
Okay.
different.
Yeah, but there's 2 solos and 2 duos and 3 trios and squads. There,
That's it. Is that little Ethan? Yeah, he got one of the new DeLoreans. He went back in time, and this is him. Hi, Ethan.
Oh no.
Okay, you say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
Yeah, you can play Fortnite. See you later.
Thanks for
Dad,
dropping
you're distracted.
I won't.
Thank you
I'll
for
get you. There's purple drinks in the fridge. I have to go. The producer's back in a minute, giving out again. Producer trying
What
to
a-
score with Zane, for God's sake. See you later.
Such a family
What?
man.
Oh, I thought I was on mute. Sorry, I didn't. I knew it wasn't on mute. Who was saying something about something? Go on.
Matt was talking about
Matt
what he
was
did.
telling us
Oh,
about-
that's
yeah,
what I was
so-
talking about. Yeah. So, the
So
reason-
I know that YouTube isn't short form, although you can have short form in shorts. What I was getting at was you have the same content on TikTok as you do on YouTube, and if so, what's different about it?
So YouTube is much more in depth, whereas TikTok, if I'm going to make a review on TikTok, it's going to be extremely short. It's mainly a teaser for the longer video that's going to be on YouTube. Haven't posted a lot on YouTube just because I have been so focused on TikTok and life has been a little bit more crazy. I've got some awesome brands that I've worked with the past couple months. That's been awesome. But it is time to kind of settle back into long form content because I enjoy making it. It's just a lot of time and a lot of effort. But going back to the name, the reason I do have just Matt Mellish is because, a lot of people view Lego as their niche. And yes, I talk a lot about Lego, but in a sense, like being yourself is something that nobody can ever really copy or take away. So like, that's kind of what makes me me. And like, I feel like I am my own niche. Sai, you are your own niche. So like, I don't know, there's something powerful behind that.
It's probably the beans I had today.
Magical.
Oh, look, we have Greg from London Bridge Bricks in the chat. Hey, how's it going?
He's lurking.
So, he's lurking. If you're new and you're over here and haven't watched any of the guys' YouTube stuff and you're over from TikTok, check it out. And you will notice, Brad, move your hands for 2 seconds. Go like this. You will notice as well that they have merch. So there's Stud Buds merch. It looks really cool. I like it. I like the design. Where can people get Stud Buds merch?
Well, so we have a great link right down below that you can click on. It's also in our beacons and all of our own personal beacons. If you don't know, it's like a link tree. And you can click on that and it shows all of our Stud Buds merch. I just got this past week, as I was telling everyone earlier. You can get like a logo like Matt has on his shirt. I personally like this logo too. You can do this. We also got like another one that's like a crossbones, which is kind of cool. We have a lot of cool stuff, including mugs, hats, sweatshirts, shirts. And that's all found down the link below.
Check it out.
That is so cool. I might correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's a mankini coming from the summer as well. Zane was talking about it. Yeah.
Well, it's gonna come with their whole summer catalog. So we're gonna actually throw out a whole summer catalog. So there's
Don't spoil.
We gotta get the teaser
surprise.
Right, we at least gotta talk about the big item, which is we loved Lego's idea of putting out a giant figure. We were like, hey, we're going to make our own sig figs that big and then sell them to people, but make them into pillows so that you have someone to cuddle with. Because that's the only thing we do with them. No,
I don't know. I think it maybe gave you that idea because I think you do need a Japanese love pillow. I can send you some pictures of them. That's not anything weird. Like, I mean, what's wrong with you? Why he gets so giddy? Look at him. Oh, he's so cute. Ah, Jesus! Someone said love pillow. Ah, bleep.
No, but I know exactly what they look like.
You say a love pillow?
Yeah.
Yes, and we
Oh,
also do have Stud
oh
Buds, the
my
breakfast
gosh.
cereal coming.
Stud Bud's the flamethrower. Stud Bud's, it's like Supreme. We're just gonna slap our logo on everything.
Yeah, we got the crowbar coming soon.
the brick, Stud Bud's brick. Bricking up Brad. Hey, Lego brick. Maybe we
Hey.
do need to put a brick out there.
Do you know what would be a good idea? No, that might be no. I was going to say you should have Stud Buds merch with each member's name on it. But then what if somebody sells out and the other person's left with a mountain of like I don't know pants or something? And like,
that's not a problem for us, thankfully. We outsource our stuff, so that's
Yeah,
the
the
only way I can
designers
do it.
over here. The design. What? I know you're busy. You don't have time to make more merch. I know.
come on, make time.
Yeah,
Get your finger out for God's sake. Hang on a second. What? I don't know.
Are you guys making fun of me because I'm talking off to the side?
No.
It's the producers back wants to know if people buy the merch, are they already pre-worn or can you wear them and then sell them out? They like a bit of BO, you see. So what?
I get super sweaty though.
We can, if people want, we can make a line of merch that's just stuff we've worn and then sold. So
I think that's illegal. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I'm pretty sure there's
Probably
something
is,
against
it
that.
probably is.
But
look,
I know,
if there's content creators out there who can sell their bath water, then we can sell used clothes, right?
What if we sell pants with our faces on the butts? Like, is that
Yeah,
stud
butt.
butts? There we go.
You'll take how many of those and his socks? He's married. He's married. God. Oh, for bleep's sake, get out of here. Zane, what have you been up to this week? I've been trying to watch as many of you guys as this is, because Americans like to say you guys as is. You guys as is. I don't know why it's like you guys TikToks lately. Now what the best one I've seen today, the best one I've seen this week was yours, Zane, and I made one earlier on, and then I realized everyone could see the reflection of my glasses and the untidy room I was in. The space one.
Oh,
Wicked. The space one. So I had the spacing going along, and I was about to go, and I was like, oh my god, you can see all the crap in the room and the reflection of the glasses. Oh no, hang on, sorry. You could see all the beep in the room. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word.
Matt, this is all because of you and your G-rated content. You realize that, right? This is all your fault.
We need to make a shirt that just says G-rated, and it says on the back bleep.
I'll see if that word is on
I
the
would
list.
buy that shirt.
No, I can't say that one. Mother, no, I can't say that one. Foot, no, I can't say that one. Crap, no, I can't say that one. Can't say that one. Oh, that's a good one. No, I can't say that one. Okay, next. Liam is saying, has Zane changed the channel? What the hell does that mean?
I don't even know what that means.
I think he's asking if you're watching TV in the background because you're not paying attention at all to the stream.
Okay, I will give you guys the inside scoop. I haven't told anybody in the Lego community this.
Oh boy.
But I feel like this will give a good explanation why if I have to leave in the middle of the show or if anything goes on, you guys will all know. So my wife is pregnant, and so thank you. So I've picked up a second job, and I've got my 3D printing business going, and I've been working a lot and trying to do everything off to the side. So if she comes in, she's priority number one, and I have to answer or go help or do whatever she needs to help take care of her. Just so you guys know.
That's how I feel about Sai. If he walks in, then I gotta take care of him immediately.
I love you.
But
no,
okay,
on a serious note, congratulations to Zayn and the wife. That's like amazing. It's amazing. I have two of them. And people say, "Oh my god, it's such stress." It's not. It's brilliant. If you leave them alone, they look after themselves. It's like a gerbil. Brilliant.
Just put them in a cage; they'll be fine.
Hey, look, it's not a cage. Hey, if it's not a cage, if there's no ceiling on it, then
that's true. It's just like I don't know. A top? No, don't. Can you say topless cage? Is that G-rated? That's nothing to do with anything.
So if it's right context.
Oh, jeez. Oh God, stress of it all. Okay, so this is a funny one. This is a really funny one. If again from Liam, our version of G-rated is differently. That's the wrong one. If you could get a pair of pants with a stud butt's face on them, who would you be getting? I don't know if he's asking us, me, or the chat. Chat, you can put it in. You can put it in. I would go for maybe Zane.
Oh,
bit of comfort.
See, there's more
I would feel wrong putting Ethan on my pair of pants.
Zane, you can be an. I can't say that. Sorry.
Hole.
I can be beep hole. Yep.
Hey, Matt, are we allowed to ask you who would you put on your bottom?
I think I would put Zane as well. I think you hit the nail on the head with the bit more of a cushion down there.
That would have to be an exclusive one where there's actually built-in cushioning. I think.
Like comes off. Yeah.
You can just
Whatever
pull
you're,
the beard off.
Jesus,
cotton.
whatever you're into, I wasn't going that far, but all right then. Like a furry
I
glove,
was-
like a furry glove and a furry night glove or something.
No context to anybody else who's walking around in the street and sees me like that. No context in the grocery store or at the bank.
I would want my own face on my pants because, like, I'm just saying, if there's a cute girl walking behind me and she's like, I wonder what he looks like from the front, right there. That's, you can see my face and all the.
It does draw attention to that area for sure.
Exactly.
Have Craig in the house. He is Brickstage Pass. Hey Craig, how's it going? He was streaming earlier on with London Bridge Bricks. That is Greg, and they were they weren't. Greg was building the brand new DeLorean time machine from Back to the Star Wars. So
Yes.
It's from GTA and what's that movie called? Ready Player One. That's what it's from.
Ready Player One. Now, the producer has informed me that I forgot to bring up the charger for the laptop, and I managed to put my trousers on, so it was one or the other. So maybe if one of you guys would like to retake over, I think it might be, for 2 seconds, I'll go, try not to fall down the stairs, come back with a charger, and we'll all have a great time.
Perfect.
Yep.
Zane,
take it away, Brad. Take it away.
I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you to leave before I start talking.
Oh my goodness.
This was a mistake, guys.
Zane, do you want to continue to tell us how your week has been?
Oh, week's been crazy, dude. Crazy. Emotions are high.
Sure.
Hormones are high. Food things are weird. Everything's just weird and above. She's been feeling really sick and tired, and the only thing that helps is cottage cheese and carrots. It's not that weird, but at the same time, that's all. I was making
cheese
chicken
and carrots. Is that what you just said?
Cheetos.
Cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese and carrots.
I do like my cottage cheese. Okay, this is an aside. I'm sorry, but I have to bring this up. You guys are going to think it's gross, but you know what actually works really well with cottage cheese?
What?
Chocolate sauce on cottage
that's what's really
cheese.
good. Jelly.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I
one.
like jelly, like jam.
Yeah,
my sister and mom used to put I'm pretty sure it's fruit mixing with it,
that's normal.
some, syrup type thing, and then
What you say?
yeah.
No, nothing. I don't know why you started talking about.
Did you really run?
And I'm all tangled up. Oh my god. Hang on.
So Zane, now that you have a child on the way, Zane, is the Lego buying gonna have to take a back seat here?
It's going to, and we're actually gonna have to dismantle quite a few Lego and put them back in their box.
Is that going to be the baby room where you're in?
It's not right at the beginning because there's gonna be a bassinet and everything that's in my room, but then after the baby starts to get a little bit bigger, then we'll put it all in here and then move my office and everything and take some Lego down. We'll keep. I've already been approved to have the Star Wars baby room, so it'll be all Star Wars, and I will keep some of the Lego up. It'll just be the Lego will be on this side of the room, and the baby will be on that side of the room. That way, if anything falls,
too, so that they can't grab it either.
Oh yeah, it'll be out of reach for sure.
Just don't overdo it. Don't make him or her dislike it.
Oh, I will. I will force them. They will like it no matter what.
No.
They will. I will force every moment of Star Wars from day one.
Oh no.
This is your life. I want to show you some things that Lorraine is my wife. She got me a few. She's not the producer, by the way. Lorraine got me some things yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so yesterday was not yesterday, on the 1st of April, which is a weird day for Lego to bring out stuff anyway. Zane Child will watch all the Clone Wars and Rebels before him. Oh, if you not watched them, I haven't watched them either. But so April 1st is a weird day for Lego to bring out anything because people probably aren't going to believe stuff is going to be out. But they did bring out some stuff now. Living in Ireland with no Lego store at the moment. Hallelujah, we're getting one. I was only able to get these things, but it turns out that these were hard to find in a lot of places. I managed to get some of the mechs. So we got the Black Panther one.
Very nice.
Lorraine picked that up. Yeah. And I also got. This was the last one. Somebody went in and bought 7 of these and left one. The Iron Man.
Ooh. I haven't gotten that one yet, but I do have the Wolverine and the Black Panther as well.
The Wolverine one, it's so cool. So this one is one everyone has been after as well. So got these three. Well, what happened was I went to the shop, went to Smith's, and that's kind of an unofficial version of the Lego store. And they didn't even have a delivery. And I was like, oh my God, because I wanted to get them on day one. So Lorraine had to go to work, and I said, well, what about the shop we always go to? So she said, I doubt it. So she went to work, and then I got she sent me a picture of these in a bag. I was like, oh, so cool. So yeah, I know that I don't think the Iron Man one is gone to Canada, or maybe the Black Panther, but for some reason they might end up being still being hard to find.
I heard the Iron Man one went on delay, and it's the Green Goblin / Spider-Man one that's coming out.
Maybe. I don't know. I have not seen the Iron Man one because when I got mine, it was from Kohl's website like a couple weeks back.
Kohl's?
Yeah, they have the early Lego and
Wow.
and the Kohl's Cash, which I actually just got $5 emailed to me randomly for Kohl's Cash. So they gift you money, guys. So just keep that in mind. But I don't believe you can actually buy Lego on Kohl's website. I believe it's only in store with the Kohl's Cash. But anyways, Sai, which one of those are you most excited for?
Wolverine, because he's in a case at the minifigure case, because I have the original one. So there's been 3 officially. Okay, I know a lot of people don't class the Mighty Micros as minifigures because they're very cartoony and they look like children. I've already started a series of making every minifigure like the way Brickvault used to do it, but they don't do them anymore. So Brickvault don't really do videos like that anymore. So I'm going to try and do my own version of it or copy them. Who said that? What? I don't think I'll ever put the Mighty Micros into them. Brickvault did. I don't think I will. Yeah, they're minifigures officially, but I don't see them as being characters from something. Do you know what I mean? So even though they are a bit wacky and stuff, I don't see them as being important enough to have in a collection to complete, let's say, an Iron Man collection or a Batman collection. So they're not important. But some of the accessories they came with were brilliant. Like who was it? It was Brainiac. I think it was Brainiac came with the city of Superman city. What's it called again?
Metropolis, yeah.
No, from Krypton.
Oh, I have no idea.
I can't think of that off the top of my head.
Zane, you're a resident DC fan. What the heck?
Not a clue. Sorry.
The city of anyone out there who knows what I'm talking about, put it in the chat if you can. So basically, it's on a clear minifigure head, and it has a print on it. There's so many cool accessories that they did come with. So they're still not important enough for me to go and collect all of them. Same with Brickheads. I like Brickheads, but I won't go and get them all. Kandor, yes, that's it. The Shrunken City of Kandor. Thank you so much, Liam. But yeah, not many people know that they existed that got into Lego in the past few years. You didn't miss out on an awful lot, but the new 4+ Marvel sets are kind of close to that, except they don't have the cartoon faces, because all the minifigures from the 4+ sets now they're small. They've got the small bendy legs.
They're to match the show that they're based off. I guess there's like a Spider-Man show they're based off of, so that's kind of why they have like a different look to them, whereas those were just like, hey, let's create fun kid sets. So
right.
I still have to collect all those ones because they are pretty cool. Zane, so are we allowed to ask how far along your lovely wife is?
About 5 weeks. Not very far, but right in the beginning. We just found out. So
it's awesome.
That's so cool. I still stand by what I said in our group chat that Simon or Simone, very good names. If you're listening, Mrs. Studios, take that into mind.
I'm saying Bradford, all the chips.
You can only be called that if you went to Harvard or I don't know, somewhere like that.
That's my middle name. That's what my full name is.
As long as I can be Uncle Matt at some point, that's all that matters.
I know. What? With a name like that, he must be loaded. I don't know. Maybe. It's
not like my real name, but.
Very nice.
Water. So, listen, just want to say to I saw some. Jack Skywalker said he's going to get matte pants. Matte pants. I think they'd be pretty cool. Jack also says, name the baby after a Star Wars character. I did that with with two of my kids as well. So one of them is called Katie. Now I wanted a Star Trek kind of name going on. So Katie is another name for kind of Catherine, if you like. So that is one of the captains from Voyager. I know a lot of people don't like Voyager, but that's fine.
We have a Trekkie in the house,
What's
everybody.
Star Trek?
Be careful.
I know I like Voyager. I like all of them. And I tried to get Nullig named Google, but she wouldn't go for that. And then I tried to name him iPad, and she wouldn't go for that. And so eventually went with Nullig. Nullig is actually Irish for Christmas because he was supposed to be born in December, but he was a bit early and came in November. So that's why he called him Nullig Christmas.
Nice.
We won't go down the dark path, but I had another daughter and she passed away, but she was called Molly. And I called her Molly. Well, I drove Lorraine to call her Molly because of Molly O'Brien, Chief O'Brien's daughter in Star Trek as well. Lorraine has no clue.
Again, what's Star Trek?
Next Generation. So, Miles O'Brien, the transport engineer. So Miles O'Brien was married to a woman. She was the teacher on the Enterprise, and they had a child called Molly. Molly O'Brien. So I called ours Molly.
Very
and
nice.
Lorraine has no idea the kids are named after Star Trek characters. And Christmas. She knows that one, but
So it sounds like a win-win for everybody at that point.
Absolutely. I'd like to ask Ethan what he's been up to all week, but he's not here. He is not here, so we'll make something up for him. He went out and he got fries with his mom, and then he was picked up from school. He did his homework.
Where he is, right? He met a girl. He met a girl.
I know. I thought that was a secret.
Not really. I mean, we all know. Like, we can't keep it a secret anymore. He met a girl, and that's why he hasn't been here as much, because she's been pulling him away every Sunday and Saturday, like every weekend. He has to go travel to visit her.
Yeah, in Vegas. Her name is her name is Sansadora, and he met her at a bar. He meets her at the same bar every week. $500 for some reason.
G-rated content.
Travel there. Where are you going? You've a filthy mind. You bleed. Okay, listen, let's do some questions. I've got some questions I want to ask you guys.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first question is to Brad. What's your most embarrassing? I know you probably get asked this. What's your most embarrassing experience outside of YouTube and inside YouTube, as in not YouTube, but on the internet, TikTok, whatever, live streams, anything?
Outside of TikTok.
I just cut in before you for a second. Zane needs to go, so we're going to say goodbye to Zane for now. Maybe he'll come back later.
Bye, Zane.
I'm sorry, guys. It's as I said. I told you before. She's pregnant. We got to do these things. So love you all, Sai. I'm glad that you're here, man. Keep rolling with it. Keep making fun of us. Have fun. We're so happy to see you. So, but
we'll come up with answers for you, Zane. Don't worry.
Please come with answer as I would, and make him bleep if you need to.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, dude.
You know, Matt, good for us that we don't allow women to take control of our lives like Ethan and Zane.
Yeah,
okay?
we're I mean, you got the chicks, but at the same time.
But hey, those chicks do what I tell them. No, okay, that's a bad embarrassing moment. There's so many for me because I've been growing up. I did not have a filter. So legitimately, I said some of the stupidest stuff that I should have never uttered in my life. And I'm blanking on all of them right now. I haven't really. The most embarrassing thing I've had to do for I did like the WAP dance for TikTok because it was like my 1,000 followers, and that was sort of embarrassing when people there's certain people I knew who found it, but I don't anymore. My type of thing, I get secondhand embarrassment. So if there's something that's happening and I just get embarrassed out of that, I don't really embarrass myself much anymore because I just don't get embarrassed by the stuff I do. Everything I do, I think is funny. So
He's a bit of a narcissist, is what he's saying, everyone.
yes, I am.
I think it's a fact of growing up as well. The older you get, the less care you have. I don't care what people think.
And I think, when you're a TikTok or YouTube content creator, you kind of you have to laugh at yourself. You have to let you can't really be embarrassed. And a lot of times there's people across the screen. Am I ever going to really run into some of those people, the people who make fun of me and stuff? Like, no, they aren't going to really affect my life when it comes down to it. So I think, gosh, but I'd love to. I'm trying to think if I have any good stories off the top of my head. And I legitimately, I didn't come prepared.
Give us a terrible date, Brad.
Yes.
I got catfished.
What did he have a beard?
No, it was still a woman. It just
How do you know?
was a lot different than I thought. So that's the last time I went on an online date. So
hey, that happens to all of us. Yeah, the young men in the dating scene right now who are on the dating apps. So it's not the most healthy place. I don't condone it.
No.
I'm a bit older than you guys, so when I was growing up, the internet dating was it started out as websites, just a website, and you go on and you pay money, and and not the kind of not where Ethan's gone, but you pay money to join, and they match make with but so you could go on and you chat to people and everything. I hear from experience, actually. Hi, Lorraine. But anyway, what? But now with apps and stuff, it's like swipe left. It's like shopping. Yeah, you'll do. Oh God, you're terrible. Oh yeah. I know you as my mom. It's crazy. Your dad is on it and stuff. So
it is really weird when you run across someone and you're like, I did not know that about.
That's when you super like them. That's when you super swipe on them and they see that you like them.
The best was me and my friends a while back. There's 9 of us in this group, and you can have 9 photos. It was back when you could have 9 photos on Tinder, and we made a group Tinder account as a joke and put all of our photos up. Every time we just swiped on everyone. Every time we matched with someone, we were like, hey, which person did you swipe for? And I gotta say, there were a lot of guys who were like, yeah, I swiped for Brad. I was like, oh, that's not a good sign for me.
A lot of guys. You said Tinder? Did you mean Grindr?
No, Tinder. Tinder.
Okay.
But the funny thing is, we ran into one of our friend's sisters.
Oh, no way.
No. That is a good,
and so we had one super so we super liked it, and then changed him to the first profile picture, so it's what you'd see.
Oh my gosh.
That's me. That's evil. So did you end up dating her? Yeah. She didn't say no.
No.
She didn't say no straight away. Do you see that? Right, don't forget, guys, if you're just joining, hit the like button, subscribe to everybody that's
Can
on
I just say,
panel.
this is the most liked stream we have ever had.
Thank you so much, Sai.
You have to remind people, you have to tell people that if you're enjoying what you see, just give us a thumbs up. And I mean, that it's free content, and you're having a laugh. So hit the thumbs up, and we will send you pants with our faces on them, made from candy.
Yeah, I think if I come up with an embarrassing story of myself, I'll let you know.
Do you know, half the stuff I'm saying is really just to see Matt's reaction. If you notice,
I can do nothing but laugh.
Matt's hair has gone from being perfect when we started to looking like Scarecrow from Titans. It's like, oh my god!
It has a mind of its own for sure. It probably needs a cut here in a couple weeks, actually.
I will just put in and tell Brad, you did have an embarrassing moment earlier on when you stood up. Your fly is down, and you have a shirt wiener. Just saying.
I don't have pants on the fly. I'm not wearing pants right now.
So that wasn't a shirt wiener.
Oh no.
I mean, I am wearing pants, but they're super colorful, and there's no zipper on them because I'm still in my pajamas.
I
You know,
completely agree, Lisa. I love Sai being the host. He's totally roasting everyone today, which is
I think
awesome.
we need to do this as an annual thing.
Yeah, maybe this is our
a
yearly.
biannual. It's fun. But you know what? I did have a gag earlier on that I was going to do, and I realized I've way too much flab on my body. I was going to come on and with no top on, but I was going to have one of those black bars, those sensor things, just to cover my NNIP. I can't say the word probably because I'll get cancelled. But yeah, I thought that would be funny. It would be like, hey, censored, like one of those genies.
I'm not gonna lie, Si, I would have kicked you right then and there.
What?
No,
you
wouldn't
saw,
have.
you saw
would not have.
Liam's ones on TikTok. That was a sight.
Yeah, well, we
You
don't
got
talk
TikTok
about
leggings.
we don't talk about Liam and what he does on there. And actually, I shouldn't. I'm on a show tomorrow. I shouldn't speak bad about him. He's such a
Ooh.
great guy.
Tell us
I
a
love
little,
Opieverse.
Tell us a little about that. What are you going to be doing over there? What does Liam
yeah.
do? If anyone doesn't know.
If you don't know, Liam does a weekly show, kind of like Stud Buds, but it's one-on-one, and he has content creators on, and he just talks to them. Yeah, and it's very interesting. I've only watched parts of different episodes, but I know Matt's watched quite a bit more than me.
I'm a real Opieverse fan. Guys, if you have the time, like if you're in a long car ride or something, he's like the Joe Rogan of Lego YouTube. All of his shows are interviews. He has a couple specials out there.
He's nicer though than him.
He's a bit, he has such a soothing voice that often like it's something nice to maybe fall asleep to, I think. But very relaxed, very casual, always something interesting. Even if you don't necessarily know exactly what he's talking about in the moment, he'll get to something eventually that kind of speaks to you. It's for everybody. He does such an incredible job. I've been on the show before, so go check out my episode. Go check out Brad's episode tomorrow. Zane's been on it as well. So the only stuff that hasn't
different
yet
time, by the way. I don't know
Ethan.
if he's announced this yet, but it's gonna be 1 p.m. on his show. We're quickly. Oh wait, he just posted a story about it. Yeah, so 1 p.m. tomorrow. We had to change the time because got COVID and not pregnant, as everyone else thought on his story. And so I'm gonna hang out there. Hopefully we're gonna talk about Castle, because I've been doing so much research on it for this week's episode that I'm like ready to start talking about the one thing I actually care about. So
I just point out as well, the host of the show today is me, Si O'Connor. If you don't know who I am, you have a link down below. Subscribe, come over, say hello. I do live streams and videos, and I have been on the Opieverse as well. Everyone seems to have forgotten or just didn't watch that episode.
No, you were very kind to me in that episode. You said some very nice things about me, which I appreciate.
It's true. I do like to spread the love of people who
Did you talk
deserve
about
it.
me?
Yeah, I did. I talked about the Stud Buds and all of you guys as well, because it's a different thing that you guys do on TikTok than a lot of people see on YouTube. You mentioned TikTok and YouTube, and usually people will just put a bag on their head and be like, I don't want to know, because they think it's just girls dancing around in bikinis and doing dances and lip syncing, and it's not. There's a huge, I don't need to tell the people in the chat because a lot of them know, but there's a huge Lego community over there, and I'm always trying to get people to go over and look and watch, because it's different. The videos are different. There's a lot of comedy there. There's, there doesn't seem to be drama. I haven't seen much drama. The drama seems to come from randomers leaving comments.
Exactly.
There used to be quite a lot when it first started, but a lot of those people have thankfully like kind of either left the community or like became friends. Like, or became friends. And there's definitely a few, like, you gotta search for the right Lego content, in my opinion, on TikTok, because even I get bored by some of the content that's on there. I'll say it. I mean, like, there's some people out there who just like, it just feels like the same stuff you're seeing on everyone's page. So
just talking about me.
There are people though that try to go against the norm. I definitely think like Ethan does an incredible. If anyone deserves how many followers Ethan does, it's Ethan. Ethan has been just making amazing mocks and makes them entertaining. Like, I don't always like watching longer form TikTok videos, but I don't mind watching his, because usually there's some cool payoff and he puts his own personality and jokes into it. Right. Also, Ethan is, I'm going to say this, Ethan is the most humble guy. Right. Like, ever since me and Matt have known him, I've known him a little bit longer than Matt has. He has been the exact same since we have met him to now. like legitimately Ethan is just a stand-up guy who just like he just has the bone in his body that has like a big head is not there. Like I'm pretty sure it just got replaced by another humility bone. And then I just took his big head bone. So
but he is the kind of guy that you want to be friends with. Like,
yes,
you spend time with him. I've been on here before, and I've interacted with him in different places. But he's the kind of guy you want to be friends with because he's genuine. You know what I mean?
He's real.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, what way do you say genuine in America? Is it genuine?
Genuine.
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 Yeah,
Genuine.
He's genuine. He
Ethan would
uses
probably say-
aluminum.
He's from Texas, so he'd probably say genuine.
So I was guessing that he might be a farm boy. That is okay, cool.
He's not exactly. He's a southern boy, but he's not a farm boy.
Well,
There's
he
a
has
difference.
chicks. He has chickens and chicks.
Oh,
So I mean,
Do you know
The
what?
only chicks you'll get.
I love chicks. Every time I see chicks on the furry birds, I'm talking. That could be the same thing.
Lorraine,
okay,
it's
anyway.
okay.
It's okay. The producer's back. Furry birds. I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about the little chickens. But when you
Wait,
see them
size into that?
Did you say
Well,
furry birds? Oh no,
furry
Si.
birds. I was on
Oh,
the same app that Brad was. We were catfished by the same dude. Jack, his name was Frank or something. I can't remember. He called himself Francis. But no, baby chicks are just so adorable. You don't want them to get bigger. You just want them to stay small and cute and everything. They're so good. I mean, if I was loaded, I wouldn't mind having some sort of like a little farm. I love pygmy goats. Or baby just goats. I think they're awesome. But pygmy goats don't grow big. They don't take over the place.
One of my friends growing up had chickens and goats, and legitimately the goats would headbutt everyone, and then the chickens, one of them that was called Prince, would chase people around, and so his mom used to have to, whenever she went to feed them, would carry a baseball bat out so that every time the chicken ran out of it, just swing a baseball bat.
Oh my god!
But it started attacking you. Like
birds can be jerks, though. I mean, are you allowed to say jerks? Is that on the list? Jerks.
No, I think that one's fine. That one's
Great
fine.
context, you can say it.
Yeah.
It says don't put ing at the end of it. What?
And then
I didn't say it.
OFF.
Oh, you did that. I know. I was going to say that, but I thought
you said the first, but I said we're good.
All right. We got way off track.
we should do a midnight version of this when we but anyway, yeah. So yeah, I don't know why we're talking about chickens on a Lego channel anyway, but that's what happens. Actually on Instagram there is a member of Lego the Lego Ambassadors Network called Jason, and it was funny. You might have seen this. So on April 1st he was going through the build a minifig wall, and he found Lego goats. And he had them in his hand, and yeah, I know. And I was like,
no,
oh my god,
that's
oh my god, oh
April
my god.
1st.
And then I put two and two together. Why would goats be in with minifigure torsos? And I was like, but did you see mine?
There's pigs, there's chickens. Like working at the BAM store, like we had, like at the Lego store, we had different animals you could get, and I'd usually actually go through. There's a few times where I got one of each animal and just like bought it. I didn't care if I'd ever use it. I was just like, I just want these. Like I like bulldog and stuff like that.
I do the same. They're good to have in the collection.
Well, they're accessories. That's kind of.
When do you do that, Si? When do you go out to the BAM tower?
No, if I see like pigs or anything in like the first one I got was in a Minecraft set. They had pigs in it. So I just bought them from Bricks and Pieces. So obviously, like I do ask people, like Greg, I asked Greg if he ever sees anything to pick them up. So he got me the teal brick minifigure.
Nice.
And what the Mexican band member. Do you remember them around Halloween?
Yep.
So he got those. Sent them over. I was so happy.
Nice.
I will tell you, hit me up when you do get a Lego store, and I'll give you a ton of tips on how to get the most out of when you go to your Lego store. Because there's so much stuff that people don't realize that you can do that I learned a lot about when I did work at a Lego store. So
Brad,
not like a legal thing.
It sounds like a new series, hacked for the Lego store.
I mean, like one big thing, if you ever want a set after day one, call them. Legitimately call them, especially if you know when their shipment days are. Find out those days. You can call them and see if sets came out. If you call them, like whenever they get their shipments in, you call them soon enough, you can actually have them put that set on hold for you for the day.
Yeah.
So just clarify, he said shipment, so he didn't say anything else.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at what Lisa said at the bottom. She's joining in on the
Oh my
bleep.
goodness. Thank you for using the dollar signs at least. Lisa.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So,
Sai,
I
you
mean-
said you had an April Fool's post. Well, I hadn't seen yours yesterday, unfortunately.
I'm just writing that down so I know where I am. Yeah. So, do you know it turned into a machine? So everyone knows and sees Lego leaks all the time. You can't go onto Instagram without seeing Lego leak. This is such a coming, blah blah blah. Now, in the old days, if you follow the right people, it would be a proper leak. Someone would know and blah blah blah. But then you had kind of the younger kids coming along trying to guess what was coming, and you know, I don't know about you guys, but we in our kind of group, we all use it. It's a Lego leak, but take it with a grain of salt or a pinch of salt, right? So that became the joke. Don't trust anything because there was so much rubbish going on. But I like the X-Files, and I would really like the X-Files to come back. So
I did see this. I did see this.
Yep.
For the laugh, I just said, I put up a picture of a very old picture of Mulder and Scully. Like they must have been in their late 20s, early 30s, holding on to minifigures. Now the original, and I didn't even read what that was about, but I just called it the X-Files I Want to Believe. But when I checked it out, Brent Waller already made the set for Lego Ideas that didn't get through, right? So I just put this out. Lego coming summer, Lego are making brand new X-Files I Want to Believe set, hashtag Lego leaks, blah 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 blah. Okay, so it took off. Like, it was a joke. It's my best. I don't want to take a photograph of me. Were you at this? God almighty. This my friend Claire. I don't know what she's doing. She's thinking about something, but she's the plastic architect. Go and check her out if you don't. So I'll tell you, when I posted it, it had within about 10. I spat on myself. I'm so excited. About 10 minutes after I posted, it had 1,000 views. So always when you want to show somebody something, it's so slow. So I don't know how many people thought this was real, and it's been going crazy. So at the moment, it has nearly 10,000 views on it, right? And it's a joke, but people think it's true, it's real, it's just gone mental. It's like, and people are like, oh my god, this is so cool. So today I just had to knock it on the head and say, no, this is an April Fool's thing, and people are still liking it, and it's just a picture, and it's the most popular post I've ever put up in my life.
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious. There were some great ones out there, all right. Did you guys take part?
I am no longer supporting April Fools in a way. I just okay. So there's as
he sits in an April Fool's stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. So there's two things I ways to see this. One, like
I'm still here.
Okay.
We trust
you. So at my job, we did a bunch of April Fool's stuff, but it was like we had a whole thing going and just kind of had fun with it, and it was really fun. But because if you don't know, I'm a social media coordinator for my new job, and so we it's kind of like we were posting on our socials, but it was like just completely ridiculous, like stupid stuff about our investors, and it was like really funny stuff though. We got it all improved. So
which you knew was April Fool's. It wasn't trying to fool someone else. It was just poking fun at whatever it was. Got it.
Exactly. So it was fun.
Say goodbye to Liam. Bye, Liam.
Bye, Liam. Whereas like this is just kind of fun. We're having fun. Like, we're having Scion to do something different. Right. And I think people who are just like literally trying to like prank people by saying they're leaving, and it's the worst pranks. People don't.
Brad, I think you're taking it too seriously, though.
No. Sorry. But, like, it's awful stuff that sometimes people do. Like, they're like, "Hey, by the way, I'm leaving you." Like, and then like stuff like I've seen some really bad ones, and it just made me just not enjoy it as much. I think people have kind of gotten sloppy a lot of times.
Well, I think what it is it's the social media aspect of it that takes over, which is people wanting attention. And so people will do anything for attention. And that's what takes away the fun of it, because they're willing to say anything in order to get that attention. And people do that on a daily basis anyways, but they go over the top for something like April Fool's, which is more lighthearted. And I think that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, I don't mind doing a lighthearted thing like this. Yes, there we go.
This is, I pulled it up. So this is the post that Sai made with the Lego minifigures.
That's the second one.
Yes. So that was from today of him explaining. It's not real.
Yeah, I loved how I think it was Danny Bob did a message today. It's like, hey, these are all things that are fake, by the way. Like, just let you guys know. And I knew I ignored every Lego leak I saw because I was just like, this is all going to be fake, and I just don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather wait. And already we're having problems in the Lego leaks where people are putting so much fake stuff out there right now. It's actually been a problem.
Well, it was interesting to see what the reaction was from everybody as well.
Yeah.
Well, do you know
But-
the interesting thing is that post got almost 10,000 views. If Brent had have done that, you know Brent Waller, yeah?
No.
But he's the designer behind the original Lego Ideas Ecto 1, and he is the designer behind Winnie the Pooh, as far as I remember. And he's a really nice guy. He knows who I am. He's a really nice guy. And but if he had have done this now, he would have probably gotten 10,000 supporters. If I'd have did it that day,
Marketing.
That's almost 10,000 in a day on a Lego set, and yeah, it's strange. But yeah, marketing. I mean, there's so many, especially, I don't know, in Ireland and around the place, I see so many people that don't do marketing properly, and YouTube channels don't do marketing properly either. You know, I might go into it at some stage. I'll rent myself out, put a wig on, might meet Ethan at a bar. But, what? Hello. Just call me Simone.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I mean, the marketing it has to be done. But what about you, Matt? April Fool's stuff? Does it float?
No, not really. Not really. Yesterday was just a bit of a busy day. I wanted to do something, but it felt like everything had been done. What? What, Brad? What?
I remember a little text that got sent to me yesterday.
Oh, the only April Fool's thing that I did while I was still in bed at 2:00 in the afternoon when I got up was I sent a text to the Stud Buds group chat, and I said that guys, I don't have the time anymore to be a stud bud. I'm gonna have to leave the show. So that was my April Fool's prank that I pulled on the guys, but they knew right away. So
yeah,
that was fun.
It's the day that's in it, really. Brickstage Pass. Brickstage Pass just quickly says not Winnie the Pooh, it's Seinfeld. So we designed Seinfeld. Couldn't remember, but thank you, Craig, for letting us know. Sorry, Brad.
I was gonna say, I do have to say, Zane gave us the worst time to tell us yesterday in that group chat. That
I know.
I was like legitimately like, no, this ain't real.
He came into my stream the night before and said that, and I'm like, because we know Zane, and we know how him saying it's baby time, like, okay, Zane, like, all right, and then I was like, wait, is he being serious? And I asked him, and then he had left right after I said, are you being serious? And there was no answer, so I never got it clearly from him. But yes, the answer was clearly yes.
That, like, he sent us the pregnancy test at first, and I was like, I was at work, I pulled up Google Explorer and just searched pregnancy test to see if it was the first image that came up. Because I was just like, maybe he just like pulled this off the internet. So yeah, I thought at first, but aside, do you have any more questions for us? Because it seems like you had a list there.
I was pretending to write stuff down to look important. No, I don't know if we said hi to Jude. Jude, how's it going? Hey, forgetting people. So hello, how's it going? A funny thing. Lego Danny Bob yesterday. Myself and her had the same idea for an April Fool's joke. So my idea was just take everything off here and just say, it's gone. I've given it all away, and then show where it went. I'm going to make a video on where it actually went. It doesn't matter. I'll tell you. I have a storage unit and went there, but then I was talking to Danny. She wasn't feeling well, so I sent her a message. We were just chatting, and she said, did you see my video? And I was like, yeah, she had done the same thing. She cleared off all of her Lego from behind her, and she was like, "It's I'd have to grow up and accept the fact and blah blah blah." And then like it was cool because she has a good comedy mind, so she had whoever on the camera, and they were showing where it was empty here, and then it went over. She was, "Oh, don't show over there," and all the Lego was over. Oh my god, I'm not joking, I'm dusting, but this is a crap, it's a crap Lego April Fool's joke, blah blah. This is what's really going on. And my god, you have to watch the video. It's brilliant because it's basically a vlog after that. It's she's going snowboarding and shopping and but her editing is just brilliant and she's a really good creator. One of my favorites at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, she was wonderful to have on the show as well. If you guys aren't following Lego Danny Bob, she's an amazing Lego content creator. She does do that extreme sports stuff though, which is like her own little kind of niche, her thing in the community, which is nice to have some differentiation. I can't see Brad going water skiing.
Snowboard all the time, but okay.
No, I know.
The other thing I want to know was who designed the. It's interesting to me. Who designed the Studbuds logo?
That was me.
Oh, that was Matt.
Me.
Matt designed. Ethan designed the original logo. If anyone ever saw that logo. And then we were all like, all right, we got to get something that looks better than this.
Not that it looked bad, but we wanted it to look a bit more professional.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we also wanted to get I really wanted some Studbuds merch because I wanted something I could wear on the show. And that was just like, hey, that's like my line of, stuff. Because I want to wear, I don't wear a lot of stuff with images on it these days, but I do want to wear my own stuff. So
there's that narcissism again.
I genuinely like my logo, so I want I've been thinking about getting it tattooed right here, the Studbuds logo, because I'm like I love it that much.
Give it one more year. Give it one more year.
I'm thinking about it, but so there's that, and I think we all just kind of sat down one day and we're like, all right, how do we want this to look? And we came up with some different ideas, and then Matt, the great artist he is, drew this up.
Yeah, so I majored in graphic design and marketing in college, so I kind of have an idea of how to do it, what's right, what's a little less professional. But no, it's been nice to have a small project like that every once in a while, since I don't really have a whole lot of time to do graphic design as much anymore. Not really putting that college degree to use as much as I thought I would. But
I mean, you're about to put it to use for me.
Yeah, so I guess there you go. So hopefully soon I do find the time to be able to make Brad a new logo, because he does need one. So he has commissioned me, so that'll be coming soon for him.
Commission? Okay, well, I was going to ask you for a favor, but it seems so you've already hinted that. No, it's fine. No, I might need advice, though. Advice is what I need, because I like to do stuff by myself, because I don't like feeling that I have to not owe somebody, but I like to learn by myself, because then you don't have to go off and pay somebody. And I mean,
teach him in a fish.
Exactly. I was very lucky a long time ago when Generic Stud wasn't as big as he was. He designed he designed this.
Oh, nice.
So he did that for me. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, there's a company called Fairy Bricks, and their warehouse was broken into in the UK, and we had a stream. Like, we all had different times to stream, and it was a charity thing. So money was made, and he decided to offer his artistic hand to it, and he was selling designs for people, etc., etc. So that's where that came from, and I have it ever since. It's really good. And before you like this, Brad, before that, I was actually using Jack from Hidden Side, and I loved that little thing. What I'll do is I'll show you some of them that I've used in the past. Okay, so just check this out. So the first one I used forever was this one. So that was my very first one. And then this one came from Generic Stud. That's just another one that he had. And then a Halloween, I made my own. Now, you're going to be impressed with this, Matt, okay? This is my Halloween one.
Bravo. Bravo.
Then a Christmas is after Halloween, so I had a Christmas one.
Beautiful. Great work.
You guys know BFAB? Did you ever hear of Brother from Another Brick?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so myself and BFAB took part in it was a live stream that had, I think, every YouTuber, every big Lego YouTuber ever was on it. So I can't tell you what we had a name for a club, myself and BFAB set up. We tried to get people to join it. Now, it begins with P and something club, right? So we all had to change our faces. Okay, so if you think of P and what that is, you'll see what the club was called, right? And then after that came New Year. So Happy New Year, Si. And then it was my birthday. So that was pretty cool. And then for some reason, I don't know why I was Agent Coulson for a while. Can anyone figure it out? I don't know what was going on. I was Agent Coulson for a while. I think we all had to be Marvel characters. I don't know what was going on, but they are the avatars that I've used over the time, which is bonkers. And speaking of time, I could be right, I could be wrong. Are we doing an hour and a half tonight? Are we?
We're doing as long as we want to do.
We can do as long as we want to do. Si, if you have more questions for us that you would like to ask, we can do that.
We are on fire. Okay.
I was gonna quickly say about like avatars. Quickly talk about them. Like, so the one I'm using right now for my YouTube channel is one that my friend Aaron from Padawan Archer made me. Before that, I think I was like a sig fig that Ethan made me, if I remember right. Like, I've had a few different ones of just people like drawn on me, but I because of where I want to be in the Lego, I want to be like known as a castle guy in the Lego community, and a lot of those guys have something medieval logo looking like. I'm trying to get that more, and I want something a little more professional as my logo, something I'm a little proud of, because I don't feel like my logo right now. I like it, but I also don't feel like it's like when I look at my YouTube channel, I'm like, it looks like some kid threw this channel together and has this logo. So I'm just like, all right, I'm going to get something that feels more me, something that I could get on a shirt at some point. Like, and so I'm really like, no, everyone has to have a logo that fits them. And what I'm trying to do with everything from, Tavern Talk right now, I want to like be more in that area.
Yeah, I mean, you do need to, everyone needs to kind of change every now and then. So, I mean, a lot of the younger people who have grown up did get rid of their sig figs, did get rid of their clone trooper head and stop calling themselves Clone Commander 47 productions and stuff like that. Always productions. But I'm not dissing anybody that's called productions or bricks or blocks or anything. Hi, Zane. But there's a question here. This is good. There's some brick. First, we'll say hi to Douglas. Douglas is here. He says, "What's up? How's it going?" Brick. I have.
We butcher this one every week.
Brickoxix. It's a Brickoxix.
Brickoxix.
Has a question. How did the stud buds come to be? That's a good question.
Well, I think we kind of have talked about it before, but for those of you who haven't heard it, we can tell it again. We're perfectly fine with that. I can start it off, I suppose.
Yeah,
but
go for it.
The way that I came into the
fold, from that because no one else is saying anything. Tumbleweed.
I'll say something, but I always tell the story, so I
know that's why I'm giving you the break. I'm giving you the break from talking it, telling it again. But so I met Brad first. Oh my goodness. I met Brad first. It was on a Brick Blaze live stream. If you know him and Brick Smith are friends of the community, and they host a weekly live stream, both on each of their channels. So I was invited to come on. I met Brad and some other Lego community members, which was
I think Zane that day too.
No, because he had me on for like more of like an interview type show, and then Zane was on, I think, for his own kind of interview type show, which was cool as well. So, and then Ethan, I believe that was kind of the order of things.
No, Ethan was different. So those three I met. No, because I'm okay. How I remember it is I met Zane first, and then you came on, and we Brickblaze Jason interviewed you, and Zane was there, and he was so excited because he was such a big fan of Matt, so he was like taking photos of the screen and sending it to his family, being like, "Oh my gosh, I'm on with like one of my like heroes."
I really don't think Zane was on that same stream, because I remember a separate stream where Zane was on. We invited him on. Or Jason invited him on separately, and I was on that, and that was where he kind of had that feeling. I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong.
But yeah, and then Ethan and me had met because I duetted a few of his videos and was kind of making fun of him, but I also liked his content, so I dropped him a follow. I mean, I was making fun of the video that he made.
Play along.
yeah, and then he followed me back, and we just kind of like hit it off after a while of like we would like exchange messages once in a while, and then later we
I
found
love you.
out
I love you too.
we both found out we were both homeschooled and a lot of like the same background, and we're just like, oh, this dude's. And I thought he was like 22, 24 when I first met him, and then me, Matt, and Zane hosted Brick Blaze's stream one week
Right.
because he wasn't able to do it. And I was like, hey guys, we should invite Ethan Artisan on. We're all like, oh, we all really want to meet him, so let's do that. And we just hit it off. Like there was just something on that first stream that was just so you could just see everything clicking together and the brains starting to work there.
Well, we certainly noticed that we each
Hang on,
bring something
what?
different to the table.
No, it was an accident. He likes the microphone. He didn't punch it. He does it all the time. It's fine.
Sorry.
I know it's a huge microphone. How does he miss it? I don't know. Every week. Carry on, love.
Oh, I love you, Si. Where were we? Well, we each bring something different to the table for sure. We each have our own different personality. Some of us, bring a sense of humor, lightheartedness. Some of us are more serious and analytical, but together we all make up, our show. And it's been a joy to be able to over time be more comfortable with it and turn it into what it is today.
Yeah. And it was very interesting too, because when we did start Stud Buds, we had been looking at a lot of people's streams that we had been on or seen, and we're just like, I feel like there's something missing. There's something that could do better that brings in more people who want to watch this speak, not because we're just hanging out as friends, but because there's more to it than that. We had so many great ideas. To say about Stud Buds is that it's so hard to choose my favorite Stud Buds member because all of you are so cool. And you,
Oh,
Well, I'll just weigh in, Jack. The good thing is it's a group of people, so you don't have to have a favorite as long as this show is your favorite, and you tell all your friends. I mean, you're able to share the stream like you could right now. Tell all your friends to go subscribe, and anyone who's just joining, hit the like button, take part in the poll, and check out everyone's links in the description below.
Yeah.
You were saying, my friend.
Yeah. It's just like, we were looking at so much different stuff, and we're like, finally, like, hey, this is stuff we could do. And we were throwing ideas out. And I remember Matt was very hesitant to go into this at first. And he was like,
I didn't have a lot of time.
oh yeah, he didn't have a lot of time. There is this and this. I can't remember what happened. And then it was like, after a certain stream, I was like, guys, I really want to do this. I really want to start my own stream. Which one of you guys are in? And we're all like, let's do this. Like, we all started kind of talking. We hung out after a lot of streams, and we just finally were just like, let's do this. And originally, we were jumping between channels, as everyone knew, but also that was because of Matt. He was scared that we were going to break up after the first, couple months. And so I'm really glad it turned into what it did. And it's because of, we've all had, we've had our issues. We've been ups and downs. We've really, we've gotten at each other's throats before, but I think when it comes down to it, we care more about our friendship. And a lot of people are like, hey, do you have any advice when I start a stream? I go, make sure you're friends first, stream second.
Yep.
Because if you're not friends, that's just going to be a group that's going to break apart.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of egos in and stuff, but if you're friends first, it just becomes as we'd say here, like a day in the pub. You go to the pub and you have a few drinks with your friends, you chat away, or you go for coffee, whatever, and it just becomes a chat. And sometimes you forget that you're actually on a live stream. Right. You drop an F-bomb and Greg is like, what have you just said? And no, it was actually BFAB dropped an F-bomb on mine before. And you know what? Every week we're quite good. We don't actually curse and use bad words and stuff. We use the proper names for parts of the body sometimes that people go, oh my god, that's what'd you say that for?
That's an Irish thing.
I know, but that's the thing. Nearly every week I get a yellow dollar sign on my monetization. So this is and I have to get it reviewed. I have to go into because when you get it, I don't know if it's 1,000 or 10,000, you get to actually have a live chat with somebody from YouTube. So I'm able to say, listen, it's my accent. I say Falcon wrong. Well, say it right, but it sounds like I'm saying the F word. And this always comes up. But yesterday, or
That's
Friday,
what that was about.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, sorry. Greg was telling me this like a few, because I quickly hopped in his live stream before this that he was on. And he was like, yeah, don't, like, I was talking about Lego Castle quickly. And it's like, yeah, don't let Cy talk about Black Falcon and like those guys. I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah, but it's true, because like I said to the person in YouTube, I said I have an Irish accent. It always picks up whenever I say Falcon. I purposely try and say it in an English American way, so that. But last Thursday was crazy because someone said the S word accidentally. My friend Joey, Maniac for Bricks, he's a good guy. I think I said the P word accidentally as well. But as I was typing to the person, they were like, "Oh, it'll take 48 hours review and this and that." And then it was like, I can't even put an end screen in it or ads in the middle of the live stream. I'm just, I'll see what I can do. So we went, and it went green straight away. So it was pretty cool. You know, you don't like it when they hear you've got an accent, and you know they don't want to be, oh, YouTube's algorithm is racist. What? Yeah, just your I can't even say the word now. Your algorithm is racist. So sort that out. But on another note, a friend, I don't know if you've ever heard of Tommy Seabricks. Have you heard of him? Yeah,
he makes some high quality content on YouTube.
Well, unfortunately, yesterday, now everyone thought it was an April Fool's joke. His channel got hacked. And we thought it was April Fool's joke. I went in to have a look, and it actually was. Somebody had changed the branding. His videos were still there, but all the branding was changed, and there was a live stream going on with the comments turned off, and they were talking about Bitcoin and investing in cryptocurrency. Yeah, so obviously a few people must have reported the live stream, and Tommy was obviously freaking out, and
Sure.
Today the whole channel got taken down, so he's obviously panicking because that's his job, because as far as I remember, he left work and this is his thing. He easily gets about 50,000 views on a video, and he's got his finger in loads of pies. So you know, just to throw a thought out there for Tommy Seabricks, because he's a really nice guy, and it was just unfortunate. But everyone thought it, because it was April Fool's, everyone thought it was a joke. So
Right.
yeah, if it's not a joke, it's pretty crappy. Lego Park Champ is here. Lego Pork Chop is here. Get new glasses, I know. Lego Pork Chop is here. Hey, that's a cool name, isn't it?
Lego.
You know that's a chicken leg, though. Anyway, I'm only joking with you. I'm so nasty. I'm not nasty. There was something else. Where did I put that thing? When it comes to your subscriber counts on YouTube, are you growing much? Is there much going on
for our channel?
Yeah.
No, individually. This channel is doing really well.
Oh yeah. We've been very blessed with that. For me personally, I want to get back into making more YouTube content. Like I said before, it's just been like, it feels like this other thing that I have to struggle to work towards, because it's a constant juggling act between TikTok, every once in a while posting on Instagram, and then trying to focus on long form content, plus working another job and trying to, you know, focus on myself as a human being and have somewhat of a social life at times, or to stay healthy and have time to eat. But you know, we all have the things that we have to do in life, and I think YouTube for me has been on the back burner for a long time, and it's something that I really want to get back into. So I've made an effort every day. My new, like, I guess this is more or less like an April resolution more than a New Year's resolution, but to put at least some bit of time towards YouTube every single day. And if I do that, then I'm at least working towards it in some way, shape, or form. How about you, Brad?
Yeah, I mean, for me, YouTube has become something I really want to do more with. I love doing stud buds. So stud buds is kind of something I put, a decent amount of time into during the week. But more recently, I enjoy TikTok, but there's something about it I've recently just kind of been like off about. So I've been recently putting some effort. My goal is at least a few videos a week, at least on the weekends too. Like every day, hopefully get a video out on TikTok. But more recently, my bigger just the thing I care most about, and the thing I like really want to do more with, is YouTube and my show Tavern Talk, which I've talked about a little bit on here. But Tavern Talk, if you guys don't know, is my new series where it's like a rewind of Lego Castle, where I'm starting from the beginning of it, and I'm starting with the first castle sets ever made, and I'm moving forward from there into hopefully 2023 when I finish this, whatever castle sets have come out during that time period. So I mean, like, my goal is at least hit around 2021 and talk about the Blacksmith 3-in-1 castle. But I have ideas after that about different castle stuff, because to me, castle is my favorite thing in Lego. Castle's kind of something I've always loved, which you guys know, and it's something I've always kind of gone back to. But more recently, I've just been on this huge castle high. And so Tavern Talk, I put a lot of time. My goal is every Saturday and Sunday, during the week, I write up a script, I shoot the footage, and then I edit together and then throw fun stuff over. And they're pretty short too. I mean, last week's episode was 3 minutes, the week before 1 minute and 25.
Very informative. Very informative.
Yes, very informative.
Like Lego history. And I'm not saying like castle history. I'm saying Lego history.
Yes.
And there are a lot of products.
I wanted to learn Premiere Pro for my new job. So now that I have it, I've been sitting down every Saturday and Sunday. A new episode comes out every Monday. So because I went and worked for Lego, my YouTube channel, my TikTok, everything took a really big hit. So I'm trying to work again on building up my brand. It's the reason I'm trying to get a new logo. I'm going to try to get a new backdrop to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to organize stuff again. I'm trying to figure out, hey, what do I want to be posting? What's kind of my goal of when I do post content? What is the kind of content I want to post? So right now, Tavern Talk's the big thing I focus on, but we'll see what goes from there. I also want to do some live streams, because I do have some big sets like the UCS AT-AT and the Ninjago Christmas set that I want to be building and do videos on. Well, sorry, Ninjago's employees Christmas set, I should say.
Oh.
So lucky.
Sai, what about you? How has YouTube been treating you lately?
I've been a little bit lazy video-wise. Streaming, obviously, every week on Wednesday and Thursday. Myself and Greg do the backlog. So 1 week, the backlog will be on my channel. The other week, it'll be on Greg's channel. The backlog is a weekly live stream where myself and Greg will choose a Lego set to build from our backlog. Now, sometimes it actually is from deep in the backlog. Sometimes if a new set comes out, we buy it, put it in our backlog, take it back out and build it. So yeah, that's fun. Then Thursdays I do the live stream, which is it's not like it's more like a kind of an interviewy kind of show. So what I try and do is I try and get people to come on that might not necessarily go on to a live stream, maybe because they've never been asked, maybe because people think that they're too big or whatever, but I aim big. I do aim big. So anyone I've asked has nearly always come on. So I've had Jang Bricks on, Just Too Good, M&O Productions, Mike from The Cool Factor, who used to be with Brickfall, Jack, who's from Brickfall, tons and tons and tons of people have been on, and they do really well. I do like to get people from the community on as well. So myself and Greg will see people on a live stream and we go, wow, they've got something. Get them on, get them to talk about themselves, their channel, and just let them fly then like a bird into the wilderness. I do plan on getting back into daily videos. Because with the streaming, you guys know, but streaming can make you very tired. When you're finished, yeah. So you guys host all together. I'd host on my own on a Thursday with guests. And the guests ask questions, stuff like that. But Greg does his Friday one, and he's the main host. And I swear, at the start, I felt like I had a hangover afterwards. It can be tiring, and that's because you're having fun. You need to be on the ball. You need to be, so much going on behind the scenes if you're doing it by yourself, as you know. So yeah, back to hopefully daily videos. TikTok I haven't cracked yet. It's a lot of hit and miss. Every time I put a video out there, it seems to get less views than the one before it. I don't put enough time into my TikTok videos. I know that. I know that for a fact.
Consistency is huge, especially when you're just starting. And if you do have any questions, Si, please feel free to reach out to us at any point. We'd love to help in any way that we can.
I appreciate that so much. The reels as well. Reels are pretty good. I do need to get into the kind, like you guys get into the spirit of just letting go and being more goofy, and just not caring about, like, but I mean, what you said earlier on is fine. You're never going to see half the people who are going to be
Right.
saying the things to you. Emily is back. She's off the plane. She does really good reels on Instagram, so you should check her out now. I hope you had a great time, Emily. But yeah, I mean, shorts were another good thing. They were a brilliant thing when they started off. Everyone was trying to crack shorts. Now when I look at shorts, it's a lot of cool people. Like, you must have seen It's Daniel Mack. The guy who goes, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" over to people in the cars, and he frightens.
Oh yeah.
He frightens the beep out of them, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And some of them are into crypto, some of them are into movies, and some of them are basketball players, but they're brilliant. But he has his own short channel on YouTube now, and I think it was within 3 months he got 100,000 subscribers, and he got his plaque. And I was like, I've been trying for so long, why can't I do that?
The thing about shorts is that, from what research I've done about it, and this is why I don't really put a lot of my shorts on YouTube, it would make sense for me to also just take my TikToks, put them on Instagram, and put them on YouTube, and have their own ecosystems on these separate platforms. But the thing is, when it comes to shorts, and even live streams can do this too, to YouTube content, people will come for a certain type of video to YouTube or to TikTok or to wherever they're finding you at. So if they find a short, they might follow you, they might subscribe to you on YouTube, but that doesn't mean they're there for the long form content, because it's a whole different flavor. And so that's why you see a lot of people who are making separate shorts channels. I think you should keep it all together. If you're gonna have one brand, you don't need to have 3 different channels, one for live streams, one for shorts, one for regular content. I think, keep it all together, but at the same time, try to provide the same amount of value in each one, geared towards who the thought of who your avatar viewer is.
Yeah, and it's also, I think, I've seen, I think it was you, Matt, maybe who said this, where it's a lot of times too, you can post on YouTube. Sorry, you can post on TikTok. I know it was a video I saw on TikTok recently. This is what it was. So you can post doing a trend on TikTok, and that can blow up your account.
Right.
But then it'll all die off after that, because those people don't really care about that type of content. Like, it's the reason I don't do sounds on TikTok anymore, because that's what I don't want to be known for. I want to be known for my personality. I want to be known for what I put into the content. And I've actually gotten a lot of people know me as a guy who has made Lego TikTok sounds, and I just made me saying stupid things because I thought it was funny. Like one of my videos recently, I'm pretty sure I just hopped into a Lego bag. I was like, I'm a Lego Star Wars, because that's my personality of just doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, it's being your authentic self.
Exactly.
And I think that's the beauty of what TikTok is, because on YouTube and even on Instagram, there is a certain persona that you take on, whereas TikTok, it felt like this place where you could be a bit more free, because it's not as super oversaturated, and you don't have to feel like you have the best equipment out there. The most viral videos on TikTok are shot with an iPhone 6. I mean, you don't really need that high end of equipment for it. I think people try to overanalyze it.
I definitely agree, and I think that it goes for a lot of the different types of content you do. So if, as you said, for live streams, if you try to do gaming live streams on your YouTube channel, but then you're also throwing up Lego content, it can also saturate. It divides your audience, because one audience is going to. So I think honestly, it's about doing what, honestly, when it comes down to it,
I think
do what you love.
Yep.
Do what you love. Don't care what other people say. Make content that you enjoy putting out. And if you aren't happy making content, then I think you need to rethink. It's what I've had to do. I had to redo it right before I went and worked for the Lego store. I had to rethink of the type of content I did. I worked at the Lego store, and I realized, hey, this is what I'm into. This is what I like. This is the stuff that makes me happy, and I feel the most energy after I do it. I was like, I'm kind of proud of that video. I'm kind of proud, when I talk about that. And so I think you gotta be authentic. And if you aren't,
Yeah, no, what I found is there are lots and lots of the people on TikTok, and they'll do their dancing and everything else, and they're really good. I mean, there's these two Irish yeah, there you go. There's these two Irish girls, and I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I didn't even know they were Irish, and they're extremely famous, and I've seen them on places like Ellen DeGeneres had them on stuff like, and they spoke, and I was like, oh my god, they're from Ireland. But they do these dance. But then when they do a live stream, they're kind of just standing in their kitchen reading what people say. Oh yeah, yeah, you've nice hair. Yeah, yeah. I got this top at the Gap. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's not my boyfriend. That's my brother. Yeah. And that's it. There's nothing else. And but I love going through TikTok lives, just strolling through. There's bonkers people out there. It's like going out in Gotham at nighttime. There's just crazies in the, and I mean crazies. The mad stuff I've seen. Oh my god! Like I don't know. The person's not watching. Do you ever see the person and they look like a gargoyle? And I showed my daughter, and she said, "Oh, that's ASMR." And I was like, "But he keeps shouting. He's shouting, and he looks, and they've got like mad nails and bald head." And then this other person,
What
they
kind
have
of
like,
TikTok are you on, Si?
oh no, but, no, it's fascinating, and it's this loud, and he keeps eating cookies and stuff like.
Oh
but
gosh, any ASMR content, I'm sorry, but ASMR is not content. That is you being a weirdo and weirdos following for that crap.
Once again, Brad does not speak on behalf of the Stud Buds. He has his own opinions, and the opinions of the show itself are being kept from, we support all groups.
I just personally just like, why this person get millions of followers from doing, how you doing today?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Well, there's a guy on YouTube. The guy on YouTube who does it, who looks
Thor.
like Thor. Yeah. He does an amazing job with it.
He's. Are we allowed to say that word? That's not. He's very sexy, isn't he? It's not on the list. I checked, but he is like, I went to, because I did have an idea where I thought I might do once a week an ASMR video, and I was like, hey, Lego ASMR, no one's doing that. Typed it up, everyone's doing it, and I found this guy, and he was like, he didn't have a top on, and I was like, oh my god, he looks like Thor. I bet all the ladies are loving this guy, and they're not there for ASMR. They're just looking at Thor.
But that's the thing. That's
Thor.
what you can do though. If you look good, you can just make whatever you want.
But then again, it comes down to who you are and you are your niche, right?
Yes.
So that's the biggest, most important part of it all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Emily says, totally agree, Matt. People here for short form versus long form content don't overlap much. That's true. And Jack wants to know what I did for a job. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I have the life of Riley, if you've ever heard of that term in America. And Jack also says, what TikToks do you watch? I know. I try and avoid a lot of... When I started looking at... When I did my TikTok account, I got loads of joyriding videos. Don't know why. They must have just thought, guy, he'd be into mad stuff. So made sure I was focused on Lego and stuff. But then I found the cat videos, and I loved funny cat videos. They're so addictive, and cute animals like little baby ducks like running down the hallway to try to get their food, like quack quack, the shaky like, hilarious. I know the stuff I watch, Jack. But what I must say, when you guys do your videos and then do your live streams, that's where the quality goes from one to another. Right. You get the comedy, and then you get to meet the person in real life doing the live stream, and I think that's really cool because we're entertainers. We're in the entertainment industry. I know a lot of people would. I've said this too before. Hey, kitty cat. See, there you go. Hey, okay. I'm looking at the kitty cat. Hi, kitty cat. But we entertain people doing what we like, and hello, people can see. If you are doing something you like, they'll stick around. If you're pretending you're doing something you like, they'll be like, and they go. But that's why I love the live streams, because you get to interact with people. And I'm saying that, have you guys ever kind of met or chatted to one of your Lego idols?
Ooh, so
or have you been each other's idols? Like, have you ever looked at Brad? Have you ever looked at Matt and gone, "Oh my god, he's so cool. I'd love to know him," or Ethan, or whatever?
Brad's the exact opposite about me, actually.
I thought Matt was very stuck up, because when I started doing Lego content, it was me, Matt. There's I want to say you could count how many Lego people were doing Lego content on your hands. And there started building up, and we were most of us in group chats and stuff. But this was my own ego showing through, but I made this video about Epic and it did really well, and he followed me because of it. And then I did a video about Matt and he completely ignored me. And the funny thing is,
see it.
the funny thing too is I was in his live stream and I asked him if I could do the video about him, and he was like, yeah, sure, go for it. And like I was like, yeah, let's do this. And but yeah, but I saw his stuff, and like when he started doing the dance, and he was like, let's see if we can get Charlie D'Amelio to do this. I was like, this dude has an ego. Shut up and just stop doing dances. And then after
Charlie D'Amelio, a man or woman?
A woman.
Okay.
She's like the biggest.
She's American. She's an American dance TikToker. She was one
My
of the
daughter
biggest.
would kick my ass. Oh, sorry, my beep.
She really
like I thought Matt was kind of stuck up. I didn't like Matt at first.
Brad was upset because I didn't
no, I legit
he had some attention-seeking behavior, and I didn't notice him. And
but I also just thought he was kind of a stuck-up guy. Like he just had this really big. And then I met him, and I started getting in his head, and I was like, oh, this dude knows what he's talking about, and the content he's putting out is like this is to hit a certain audience. This is to like. It's just who we like.
You have to be. I think you have to be confident in what you're doing as well.
Yes.
Like, and I think, especially early on, I think I came off a bit more confident than like I probably do now, in terms of just because I had a different energy about me, because TikTok was a very different place back at that time.
Yes.
And as you grow
place.
and you develop and you realize. Once you realize that you can be more of yourself than you give yourself credit for, and once you kind of develop who you are on social media, that changes things.
Yeah. But you're talking about meeting Lego
No,
Isles.
he didn't read it from a spiritual book that came from the producers out of the. Imagine if he had a book, he'd see it.
You were talking about meeting idols, though. I think like Epic Bricks, like for a bunch of us, like that was the big guy on TikTok because he was so big at the time and his personality was just so amazing. We got to meet him and we got to have him on our show, which was just awesome. It was really cool. I've gotten to meet a few Lego masters like Moto, and there was Sam I got to meet too from the first season. But I think it's hard because there's a few people that like I would love to meet. I'd love to get them on the show. And the biggest one of them, my brain is blanking on the name, but it's Brotherhood.
It must be really
sorry.
Important.
My brain doesn't work right now. Brotherhood Workshop, the animator from YouTube, he was my childhood of watching content and did so much amazing stuff. Like his content really like was so unique, so out there, and so much the type of content I wanted to see that you couldn't just help but love his stuff. And I think he's someone like I keep trying to reach out to get onto Stud Buds, but he's a big guy, busy guy, and he doesn't reply back. So
I've had Forest Fire 101 on the
He's
channel.
incredible as well.
Yeah, he was real, and like in transparency, I did not know anything about the Duck Song when I had him on, and people were like freaking out, like, "Oh my god, the Duck Song!" And I was like, "What the hell?" So I had to go and look it up, and I was like, "Oh my god, Jesus! Sorry, oh my god, oh my god!"
You had two there, Sign. That was marking them down over here.
I can't say the E word either. Okay. Oh my. But yeah, and like. I was just interested in his animation and the DC stuff he was doing and stuff like that. And then I had Emma Soros, Emily. I told her that Forrest was going to be on, and she said to me, "Listen, can I come on because really love him and he's cool?" I said, "Yeah, come on." So it's brilliant having seeing that because they knew the Duck Song. I didn't until during it, and then I was like, "Oh my god!" And I swear to God, he's a I'm allowed to say. Can I say the G word? I swear to beep. He's a cool guy, really nice, down to earth. I thought, I thought I don't have F-bombs on my stream either, and I wasn't sure because he has a lot of that in his animation.
He's very adult.
I was watching a live stream the other day, and he was doing his animation, and some of the dialogue was I was like, did she just say that? Yeah. And then he played it. I was like, oh my god! It was
who? This is Forest Man.
Forest
Fire 101.
He's done some incredible. He's also worked with Lego on multiple projects too, and
him, yeah.
because Sai, I watched your stream with him. That was a few months ago. Wasn't he inspired by Robot Chicken, or didn't he work with them?
He worked with them, and he worked with Nickelodeon as well.
Yeah,
It's, you know,
incredible.
yeah. So I mean,
I used to watch this guy all the time.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
had
god.
Jang was on on the same one.
Yep.
So I had two creators that have over 1 million
Really good show.
subscribers each. You know what I mean? And then Emily, who's an up and coming big creator who's going. I don't have to say who's going to go far. She's gone far.
Right.
So it was
in a very short amount of time.
Well, no, it's Ross. Ross is the only one who cares.
He's pulling the strings.
Russ will love
Yeah.
that.
I think for me, in terms of like, so when I was a kid, when I discovered Lego YouTube and the community that exists, which wasn't as big as it is now currently, and it was still big, but it was big in a different way. Now it feels like there are more personalities out there, and there's a certain level of quality that's been increased. Used to be like, okay, here's my mock, and it's the shoddy footage on a camcorder. But for me back in the day, I used to really like Solid Brick Studios, who was at the time Lego Boy 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and him doing just Lego reviews, and then him making his Kashyyyk mock, and that was great. I used to watch the Brick Show all the time for reviews as well, and they had their own debacle over time with their channel on the platform. But currently, I've been watching a lot of YouTube, and I've always really stuck to YouTube. TikTok is a platform where I enjoy making content, but it's not a platform where I like consuming content as much, because YouTube, just the long form content, it gives you more time to get to know a person. And the editing and everything else, the quality of it is kind of my speed. So I have been watching a lot of Emily's videos after having her on the show, which is really cool to like kind of the way you said, Sai, with Forrest, you come to appreciate somebody, having them on the show, and you don't necessarily think of them as like being popular or having a lot of subscribers. And then you see their content, you're like pulled into it, and you're like, wow, this is incredible. So Eminar is another one where I've actually been watching a lot of his content. I know he's more or less like hit or miss for a lot of people, but I like a more analytical approach to a Lego review, and I also just like hearing someone else's opinion. Because he's not afraid to give it, and that's something that I appreciate about him.
He's a friend of mine. I've had him on loads of times, and at the start, first time I ever had him on, I never contacted him before, and I just literally sent him a message. Would you like to join my live stream? And he said yeah, and I'd never set up a live stream before, and I signed up. There was this. It was the you guys would have heard it because for Zoom and stuff. So every year there's the 72-hour live stream, community live stream. Mm-hmm. So Butchop asked me, did I want to do it? And I was like, yeah, okay. So he said, okay, it's a sign up sheet, just choose what you want. And I was like, okay. So I chose a time and, whatever. And I was like, that's good, that's grand. I thought I was joining Butchop's 72-hour live stream. I thought I was a guest, and that I was picking the time I wanted to go on as a guest with Butchop. Oh my God, that was not what was happening. No. So Greg and everyone were like, "Oh, see, you've signed up for a 3-hour stream on the," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And they were like, "Yeah, you're doing your own stream. Well done, congratulations." I was like, "Oh," so I was like, "Oh my God, panic stations." So I asked a few people. I asked Ryan, and to my surprise, he said, "Yeah." And it came awesome. On, and we got friendly ever since that. And I mean, he has his own way of doing it, and it is hit and miss. Some people like it, some people don't. But you choose who you want to watch, and you don't have to watch whoever you don't necessarily like. He's misunderstood. I'll tell you that for definite. He's a really nice guy, but a lot of people don't see the real him. So I think having him on my particular stream helped a lot of people see the different side of him. Like, he's a nice guy. He's done so much for the Lego community as well. I can't remember. Was it Republic Bricks? I can't remember. Anyway, remember the guy, I think, was Germany, and his house got broken into, and they wrecked all his Lego and stole his Lego.
Yes.
And Ryan got really involved in that.
Productions, I think his name was, or something. I forget. But you're right. Yeah.
Someone in the chat will probably tell us. But Ryan was helped him get like loads of money. I'm not sure if he started a Kickstarter fund, but there you go. He's a nice guy, and I like having people on. Like people might have a wrong idea about. I had Brick Queen on, because she's had like different opinions of people have had different opinions of her and stuff.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get her on so people could see the real her, and she was a dream, a really great guest to have on.
Yeah.
And I think that is the hard thing though too, is like there's some people like right now I know Ryan's getting a lot of hate in the TikTok world. I'm just like, guys, shut up, please. Like, you don't know him. Like, you just watch some of his videos. Like, and if you do, I always say that too. I agree with you. If you don't like someone, just stop watching them. Is it that hard to do? And it actually helps you hate them more because they don't like, no, sorry. It helps the hate because they don't get any views from that. They don't get any, like, if you make videos about them, it promotes them in a way. Like,
yeah. Well, and I think too, it's like my mama always said, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. And I think, somebody who spouts off hate about somebody else rather, they're no better than the person that they're hating. They claim somebody is toxic, right? Oh, that person's toxic, or that opinion is toxic, but aren't you kind of spreading that toxicity by saying that, by hating on someone, by being negative? Yeah. I don't know.
And I think it'd be really awesome actually to have M&R on here, because at the same time, like we've, there's a lot of people like, me and Matt, we didn't get along at first, and now we're great friends. Like, we call each other every once in a while. We talk about life. We're gonna go hang out for a full weekend together. Like, I don't think we'd be doing that if we weren't friends. Like, I mean, it's the same thing. There's content creators Sligo on TikTok, which was very misunderstood, and we got off to a bad foot. We're friends now, and we like talk once in a while. Like, he's like a good, chill dude. Everyone gets the wrong idea about him. And I've seen that with many people, especially when I first started doing content, where these people are like, I don't know if I really like. If you sit down and have a conversation with that person, your view on them could change. There's people I've liked where afterwards I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to hang out with you again, because like, it's just, there's something that came through there where I just really did not like. And it's like, hey, you seem like a chill dude, but I don't think I really want that in my life anymore. Yeah. So it's like, I think you gotta, people don't know people, and they think just because that person's on the other side of the screen, they can just be like, well, you're stupid. And well, thank you for giving me views. Like,
everybody's a person. Everybody's just a person. I don't know. Going back to the content creators though, on a more positive note, somebody who I didn't know prior to doing this, who came in a bit later, was Opie, OP1, Liam, and I do really love his live streams, but I really like him as a person as well, and he's another person that's continued to inspire me on this journey as well as Brad and Zane and Ethan. Like, getting to know new people to keep each other going has been really nice, and it's nice to watch streams like yours, Sai, as well, where it feels like while I'm working on a Lego project, feels like I'm a part of another show in a sense, like as a viewer just sitting in and listening, and it keeps me focused on what I'm trying to do.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, and I think going like Danny Ford Johnson, someone who is just a little content creator, who I saw his video, like one of his videos, I was like, I like this dude's personality. I'm gonna friend him and send him a message and welcome him to the community. I just sent him my script to Tavern Talk, I guess 3 hours ago now, and he looked over it for me to help me out. Like, he's become someone who like randomly texts me and be like, how you doing, man? I hope you're doing well. Like, there's amazing people. I love him because it was also funny. The first time I had him on stream, he's a huge fan of Fazoom's and had never met Fazoom. And I actually pulled Fazoom onto the stream and was like, hey, by the way, Danny, here's Fazoom. And he was like, oh my gosh, like, let's go. So I think it's really funny. Like, there's people, as you said, like Opie. There's so many people out there that you can just meet. Like, I get really inspired by you. Like, you really like have changed my life for the better in the content creation world. Like,
yeah. And we like helping other people as well.
Yeah.
I just want to say hi to Lorraine. Lorraine's the wife. Hi, Lorraine. How's it going?
Sorry, keeping your husband for you.
No, she's in her sister's, so I have a free house today.
So we can go for like 4 hours today.
Well, Nulik has come in already asking for drinks and stuff, so hopefully he's not withered away somewhere.
Oh no.
Throwing back at you, like,
There's drinks in the fridge. I hope he took the right ones.
No.
Not daddy's special juice.
Do you know, I don't actually consume alcohol. I gave up that. I gave it up a long time ago. I'd have the occasional one, maybe at New Year's, or if you go out for dinner or something, maybe
Is that
a Chianti.
legal in Ireland that you can give up? Not joking. I'm joking.
You know what? Yeah, it's mad. The Simpsons did an episode, right, where they came to Ireland, but Ireland had changed, and everyone's drinking mineral water, and it's like the opposite. And someone went in, Grandpa went in, he tried to light a pipe or something, and they sprayed his fire extinguisher, and because you're not like smoking bulbs and stuff, and he was like, "What happened to Ireland where you could smoke and drink?" But yeah, not many people. It's a lot of smashed avocado on toast is what's more popular, and going to the gym in Ireland. Yeah.
No, that's great. And it's really, I mean, I drink socially. Being someone of age who can, and having been through college and everything, it's nice. It's a way to make friends, but it's very unhealthy, for a multitude of reasons. But nobody likes to wake up in the morning with a hangover either.
Listen, Matt, the older you get, the worse the hangover is. I'm telling you now.
You want to talk about an embarrassing story? I don't think I've told this one to you.
G-rated, Brad. G-rated.
No, it's very G-rated, but it has to do with me working at the Lego store and being hungover. It's not that bad. But basically, the night before, it was when I was working at Lego store and the news station, and I had one night off a week. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to have some fun tonight. I was on a call with some friends. So I poured a few drinks. I'm not a ton, but like a good amount where I woke up the next day and I was like, I'll be fine. I get to the Lego store and it's bright and it's loud. And I'm going, oh my gosh, last night was a mistake.
Their kids and families.
Yes. And like, I'm having this pounding headache. And when my coworker, he's like, are you all right? I was like, I may not have thrown a few back. And he just started laughing his butt off.
You're talking to little Johnny about the new Lego sets and the smell of booze on your breath, and Johnny's going, "Whoa, Daddy!"
I brushed my teeth after that drinking experience. It wasn't a ton. It wasn't a ton. Like I remembered everything I did that night, but it was just enough where it was more than I'd ever put back before, and I was just like, "Oh gosh."
Oh, Brad.
That's hilarious.
I've never, to be fair, I've never shown up to a stream. I've never shown up on a stream, or I've never showed up to a job hungover. And I've actually been very, very few times have I ever been hungover, actually.
Yeah. So some people tolerate it way better than other people. On New Year's Eve, friends of mine, they have a podcast called Cali Bricklick, and they had a live one. So normally they do a podcast recorded and they get people on, and then they edit it, do whatever, and put it up, and it's about an hour long. But on New Year's they had a live one, and Lorraine is always at me, "Oh, will you have a drink? Will you have a drink with me?" And I'm always like, "Oh yeah, sure." And then I put it off. Like I'm not into it anymore. And poor Lorraine is like, she's not an alco, but like she likes a few drinks. Beep. But so I had a few, and then I'm not sure. I think I had a. But by the time we started the stream, I think we had I think I had nearly half a bottle in me, and they were bringing on more and more guests, and my face was getting redder and redder as it went on. I was drinking mulled wine, and I thought everyone would have been doing the same thing, and I was like, oh man. Holly was there. Holly, she used to be called Holly Mini Figure Pals. She's called Holly on Film. She was there, and we were all like, and I was like, oh, and you know when you start, you know when you feel yourself talking rubbish and you're like, I shouldn't be talking rubbish, and you have to shut yourself up. But the producer's not here to tell you to stop. The producer's giving you more drink, and you're like, all right. But yeah, no. So eventually I had to just go. But it was funny. It was fun.
I love how the one time Zane leaves early, we're talking about
alcohol.
But there was another live stream we had, and I won't say their names, but it was have a few drinks on a stream and chat, and everyone was starting out as a creator, and some of them have gone on to be bigger creators now. So that's why I'm not saying their names, but it was hilarious. It was like, just going on, and it was no holds barred. People were cursing and all this kind of stuff. And eventually, the person who was streaming had to hide the video because so many people joined different things afterwards, and got affiliate links afterwards, and it's kind of stream you have to bury forever. But they were the old days. Yeah.
No, think
special.
Yeah, we've had a few people on here who have had not drinking issues or anything,
No, nothing like that.
but things that we've needed to cover up in the
Oh, really?
background. Yeah, on accident, people walking in. So I mean, it happens. That's the when you're live, and anything can happen. That's what makes it exciting. So
Yeah, that's true.
but it is funny how much more professional things have gotten to be over time as well.
Well, that's the thing, and I've noticed that as well from about live streams. Live streams, some live streams have gotten more professional, and it's kind of like you guys do a really good job. Tricky Bricks, Flynn and Richards, they have a
From Lego
really good
Masters, yep.
YouTube channel. Yeah, they have a really good YouTube channel, as everybody knows, and they've a really good stream as well. And it's done like a TV show. They bring in sections like you guys do as well. When you look back at the old days, some of the quality is absolutely rubbish because that's all that was around then. But there are still some streams you see, and it looks like they are using their phone from 1992, and they've no lights on, and it's like, dude, like, have you not seen what the present is like? I don't know why they don't move on. But yeah, it's crazy the way, an iPhone can give you a really good stream and a decent lamp. And anyone out there who's looking to start a YouTube channel, it's not hard. It's not hard. And you learn as you go, and your quality gets better.
Yep.
I think also a lot of times people think when they do start live streaming, it's got to be complicated. It's got to be that. Literally, this device right here has a better camera than most laptops. And like legitimately, you can just use your phone to do content. I mean, it's for any sort of content. You can do. I have an almost $800 camera as my camera. Now, it does not look great all the time. I also think that's just the atmosphere. I don't have great lighting in the room I'm in.
Everything. Lighting is everything.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
all the heavy breathing on the lens doesn't help either.
A good microphone and lighting will beat out any camera any day.
Yeah.
This microphone here cost me $70, and it's actually a really decent quality.
Sounds
so it's
great.
like. Exactly. So it's like you can get decent quality stuff for pretty good prices these days. You just have to do research and be willing to do that. I'm not usually that person who likes to do research, but if I have to, I'll look into it. So
I'm the opposite. I will go to different websites, and if it's a phone, I go to GSM Arena and I compare phones and battery strength and everything else.
Right.
And I use an iPhone 7 for all my videos. That's all.
Yep. That's all you need. I mean,
a 4K camera on it, and that's all you need.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Anybody can do it. Once again, it goes back to who you are and your personality and being comfortable with it and what value you can offer other people, whether that's entertainment or education.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I got that exact same advice from Brickitect, because he was always saying exactly what you say. It's about personality. Anyone can create a channel, but if you be you and people like you, that's fine. And I mean, you guys show that because you are the way you are now, as you are all the time. Now, everyone has a bad day, and you don't bring that to the screen, except for you. You're fired. Bloody producer.
You know what's really funny, though? I will say this. There are times where we'll get on a live stream, and before we're like, oh my gosh, guys, I've had the worst week.
We're happy at the end.
So depressed right now. And we'll get on, we're like, I fell off that stream. And we'll talk to people afterwards and like, that was one of your guys' best streams. And we're like, okay, like what's going on here?
Yeah, that does happen. It is sometimes I go on to my own or go do the backlog, whatever. I'm really tired. I just nearly pulled that down. I'm really tired and stuff. And then the conversation gets going and the chat really boosts you. And the chat will tell you if they're having a rubbish day too. And you're like, hey, we're all here together. Let's have fun. But Jack is saying, could YouTube take down your stream if it shows alcohol? I don't think so. But if you're monetized, they might not. All advertisers might not want to bid on your space or whatever they call it.
Yeah, well, with YouTube having the content feature, is this for kids or not? I think that helps too. So if I think like alcohol and swearing, sometimes you won't always get monetized, but like It usually will leave it. I mean, I've seen a lot worse things left up on YouTube than
They brought in a new thing where you can actually choose if it has various different things in it. So if it shows
Oh.
alcohol and violence, you tick that box. So again, it shows that advertisers who don't want to be involved in that, they don't have to be involved in that. There's some weird ads if you watch. Like, I had to tell Emily about this weird ad that was on hers at one time. It was not, because hers is a PG friendly channel, and it's very good fun, it's positive, etc. But the ad didn't suit, so I had to tell her straight away, and she had to sort that out. Jack also says, I have an iPhone 7. If you're going to make it a channel, that's perfect for using it. Make sure it depends on the storage you have. I have 2 phones. One, the iPhone 7 is just for videos, and then I have a Samsung for everyday life. If you can use the 4K, do that. And what are you laughing at? Answer the question. What are you laughing at?
So I have a PC and a Google Pixel. At my new job, they hate that and think I should have Apple products. So
you do.
Apple sucks. But they just bought me like a almost $3,000 laptop for my work, because I also have to, like, I can work from home if needed and crazy stuff like that. And they have been talking about buying me an iPhone just because there's well, there's all this great stuff. It's become a big joke at the office. Like, well, you can do all this stuff if you use an iPhone, like if you use like an Apple products. And I'm just like, my PC is better though, and I can replace stuff easily if it needs to be replaced. Like, if my graphics card goes down, I buy a new one. If my graphics card goes down on a Mac, I gotta throw that thing out and spend $5,000 on a new one. So
I don't even have a SIM card in the iPhone 7. It's just a camera with editing software. iMovie is, and recently I found I could use theme music that's already built into it. I was like, hey, so I chose one, and I'm keeping that, and I haven't heard anyone else using it, so I'm gonna stick with that. But it's like, I agree. I never liked Apple products until I got this phone, and then I was like, oh, and everything is easier with Apple. I never thought I'd say that, but I only have the Samsung phone because it has a memory card slot. That's the only reason.
That is nice though.
Honestly though, I had an Apple piece, like desktop, before I had this one, and I used to have an iPhone. I just found it was cheaper, and I also am a big gamer and stuff like that, and I also wanted to be recording content and streaming, and I was like, a PC's way better for this. So
that's my only problem with my MacBook. Being a graphic design student in college, I wanted to have a MacBook because it's just more intuitive with the software. But for everything YouTube related, I do wish I had more or less like a gaming PC, and it's something that I want to look into in the future. But money and that's hard. The parts are hard to come by nowadays as well.
Yes,
that's true. I Lego Danny Bob had in that video something for April Fools, they got like a gaming PC, and it lights up, and the inside lights up, and it looks like magic. It is just amazing. I love looking at stuff like that. I've never been a PC person. To me, computers, because I'm a bit older than you guys, to me, a computer was always just something to write an essay or a CV on, you know what I mean? Obviously, we have a laptop and it does way more than that, but I don't use any of those things other than the laptop is for watching YouTube, Netflix, when I'm eating, and I watch everything else on the TV. I'm still a TV person, but I still watch Netflix and everything on a big screen. Way prefer it. I have 7.1 headphones, so it's like being in the cinema. It's great.
Yeah.
It's and that's why sometimes I used to wait for stuff to come out on DVD or on Blu-ray and buy them and watch them then. But then with spoilers and being on live streams and everything, I go to the cinema on day one now, because you kind of have to,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something. Sorry.
it's coming.
No, we agree. Yeah.
It's really bad. You got to watch shows day one now. You got to do all that day one, or else you're just screwed. Like I went and saw Spider-Man Homecoming like a week or so after it came out, and and legitimately, I kind of was like, yeah, this was overhyped.
You mean
like
No Way Home? You mean
No Way Home. No Way Home.
Homecoming. No, I don't think it was necessarily overhyped, but I think it's for a movie that is hyped, that people are going to be sharing on social media, especially when it's kind of like your job in a way. Like you post every day. You're on there constantly because you have to be to keep up with things. But it's important if it means enough to you that you want to see it with fresh eyes and have nothing ruined for you and have it all to be surprises. You have to go the first day that it comes out, or it's very hard.
I keep away. I don't look at trailers or anything like that. So like when I watched Moonlight the other
Really good.
It's really good. And everybody was saying, "Oh yeah, Poe Dameron, blah blah," and I was like, "What the hell are they talking? What are they talking about?" And I didn't even realize that the actor was the guy who played Poe Dameron, because I purposely don't pay attention to anything like that, so I can go in and look and just enjoy what I'm watching. And now, as I said before in some other live streams, there are actors where you see them and it's just that person all the time. Bruce Willis is always Bruce Willis. Samuel L. Jackson is he's a chameleon. He takes on a different role, and I don't see him as Samuel L. Jackson in every movie I see. You know, he's just a great actor. But now I keep away completely from I keep calling them spoilers, from trailers. And I'm glad I did with the Batman, because I did not have many complaints about the Batman. I thought it was brilliant, like really good. And I usually find something to give out about, but that was a great movie.
I need to go and see it still. I still haven't had the chance to, just because I know it's a long film. And honestly, I debated going by myself to go and see it, and just treating myself, because I probably can't find anybody at the moment to actually go with me to view it in the theater. But
have you ever gone to a movie on your own?
No, but I want to. I
Okay,
feel like it's a whole different experience.
I never did before, and I was always against it for various different things. The Big Bang Theory put another thing in my head when Sheldon said he wouldn't go because he didn't want to, if he choked on popcorn, there'd be no there to give him the Heimlich, right? But when Batman came out, the kids were in school, and myself and Lorraine were just in the mall, the shopping center, and Greg was going to see it that morning, and I knew it was going to be on London Calling with him. I knew there might be spoilers, so Lorraine was like, "Why don't you go and watch it?" And I was like, "But you have to collect the kids from school." "Oh, you go in your own." And I was like, "She's going to go on." And I thought about it, and I was like, I went. And in I went, and luckily they still had some sort of coronavirus things going on, so there was no one sitting here, no one sitting here, no one sitting near me. All the kids were in school, and it was awesome. It was so good.
Awesome. No, you know what? I might go and do that then. I might go and do that, because I'm probably going to want to see Morbius. I've heard it's pretty bad, but I want to still see it for myself because it's still a Marvel film. Yeah. Might go and see that with a friend at some point, but I think the Batman, I might have to just, bite the bullet and go see it on my own.
I have some friends who, when I worked at the Lego store with, I made there, and they're gonna go see Morbius, and I'm probably gonna go with them. But I kind of stopped going. Like, the last movie I saw was Spider-Man No Way Home, and then before that, I think the last movie was just because of COVID. I'm pretty sure was it's gonna date me here. Star Wars the Last Skywalker.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that was like the last movie I'd seen before that. So like,
that was COVID. That was COVID times.
Yeah. Well, yeah, COVID and other stuff. I just I didn't really a movie has to really catch me right now, and it has to be like Star Wars or a big Marvel film. And a lot of the big Marvel stuff is TV shows, and big Star Wars stuff is TV shows. So like right now, I don't have reasons to go. Like,
Doctor Strange is also coming out very soon too, and that's going to be a big one with Multiverse of Madness. We have Kenobi coming to Disney Plus, which I'm very excited for. Very, very excited for. So there's still a lot of content down the pipeline.
There is, but that's all Disney Plus, which I'm like, hey, I just have a day at home. I just sit down and just open that up. Like, I haven't touched Moon Knight yet, though, but I'm hoping
it's really good. You need to.
Yeah, no, you're lucky, because I usually try and watch 2 in a row, because it's more kind of like a movie and you don't have to. But yeah, no, you're in for a treat, really. It's really, and I did look at anything about it, and I was like, oh, this is even better than I thought it was going to be. So
I think that's why we like it, though. Like, if you go in without any expectation, maybe that's why you felt the way about Batman that you did, or the Batman that you did. But like every time I look at something without any expectations, I have no understanding of what I'm going to be seeing going into it. I always appreciate it a bit more.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm going into it with very low expectations, because I'm from the trailer. It kind of reminded me of the Marvel Netflix shows, which I enjoy, but also the Marvel Netflix shows, But there's certain shows that were like it that I remember, just like too much drama. It just didn't feel like it was going to focus on the superhero enough side of it.
This
But
is
I don't know.
very character driven, and that's why I really like it.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, it was to me. It's an origin story, and I keep
Yep.
saying it. Why so many Batman origin stories? You know, it's not like someone is 10 and now they're 20 and have no idea where Batman came from. What, his parents were dead? Oh my god! We know. You know what I mean? I was enjoying the way DC were doing their version of the MCU, and I liked that, and I thought that was. I was like, oh, brilliant! At least now we're getting continuity, and you know, we know different things. I know some people thought it was a lot of trash, but I liked it. But I don't think we need more origin stories. I'd really like to see more Batman movies where Robin is in it, and we don't have to know, you know, where he. If I don't even want to see a Robin origin story. We bloody know. Sure, Titans is on Netflix, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean? Oh, sorry, for somebody's sake.
well, I was gonna say, like, I used to really enjoy DC, but like that's when I used to love those like shows like the Arrow and Flash, and then those all went down the hill into just weird, awful places. Like not good awful, like just awful. But like I really enjoyed. Honestly, I enjoyed decent amount of the first Justice League. I thought it was better than the Zack Snyder. And then everyone's like, "Oh, the Zack Snyder is better." I was like, "No, it's trash." Like, there's so much about this movie that just like I didn't enjoy. Like, I just sat through 4 hours of just not.
I liked Zack Snyder's a bit more, but at the same time, the problem is
both
I
of
think
them ruined it.
with
There's so much.
with DC, it's just like they want to throw everything together and everything is over the top. Whereas Marvel, the characters, the story, it all feels a bit more relatable, and that's why I enjoy it a bit more.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna say, like, I didn't like the Zack Snyder. Like, a lot of times when the action scenes were happening, it's like opera music turns on and like the Flash is moving slowly. I'm like, where's my action scene? This is an action scene. You know, he should be like da 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 da, and he's, you know, throwing a guy through the wall, and not like. I was just like, I'm done with this. I watched
the cropping of it too threw me.
You know what? Go on.
Sorry. Really quickly say it was around the time the new Suicide Squad came out. I watched that and I got HBO Max to watch that and Lord of the Rings and a bunch of other stuff I wanted to watch. And I watched all the DC movies I like missed out, like Birds of Prey and Woman, the second Wonder Woman movie. And I have to say, they were all so trash. Like I try not to hate on Marvel movies. I usually try to be like, hey, that was good. I like that. But those were so bad that I was just like, why? My brain is just like shriveling up inside just watching.
Brad, is Birds of Prey the one with Harley Quinn and she is really beeped off and did she blow up the chemical plant? Is that the same one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. When I finished watching that movie, I thought to myself, Harley Quinn didn't need to be in this movie. She didn't need to be in it. Where did he go? Hey, come back.
I'll be back.
They ruined every character that they put into that movie. Like, and they know people. I'm a big Batgirl fan. I have really enjoyed her in other content and stuff. And I used to watch that original Bat TV show. I'm like, Batman Girl was one of my favorite characters in it.
The 1966 one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll say, yes. Oh yeah. And they've done like decent Batgirls and like animated stuff. But I have to say, when they talked about Batgirl and what she's gonna look like in the DCU now, and I was like, are in Titans, and I was just like, come on, guys, please stop this. Please stop ruining great characters. And they like Black Canary absolutely destroyed her in Birds of Prey, and they like talk about her coming back, and I'm like, no, please don't. Like, just someone take a gun and like just stop. I think DC just needs to sit down and rethink their whole structure. Well,
exactly. It's all over the place. I know you have it on the CW. I don't know if it's still there or if it's called CW. And we have it on Sky over here. And there was, I think it was Crisis on Infinite Earths, where over here it was all on a TV company called Sky. But I think it was episode 4 was on a different channel altogether called E4. And I'd been watching Batgirl, Batwoman. Oh, I hate Batwoman, but I was watching Batwoman. Gave it so many chances, and it came
That
to
one was
it came to that episode that linked in to Infinite, and it went from episode 12 to episode 14, and I was like, oh my god, where is it? What the hell? What the heck? So I went out and I bought the DVD of it, and I just watched it all like that. But like, I mean, why sell it to some company and not have all of the episodes in it? Plus, as you said, those TV shows went downhill so badly. What's the one where they're in the flying time machine?
It's the one I was most excited about because I love history and I also love Jonah Hex. He's one of my favorite DC characters, and they did a great job of him in the first few seasons. And then that show just was like, now there's a giant fluff ball that's like part of the main character. I'm like, what? Like, I thought that was like the perfect show for them, or even like after a while, get rid of the time traveling stuff and just have it so like, I mean, like time traveling stuff's fine, but like that's a group of like that's their Justice League. That's a group of people that get together. You know, any side characters you don't want in one show, you throw it. Like you can exchange out characters. This is the perfect move for them. And then, you know what's even worse? The first trailer they put out for that show was absolutely amazing, absolutely. And then they changed most of the characters in all the other shows, and you're just like, what is going on here? Like Ronnie Raymond from Flash, he was originally supposed to be the fire guy in that show.
Right, yeah. Firestorm?
Yeah, Firestorm. And he was supposed to be that. I loved his character. I was like, let's go. Bring it to me. Let's do this. And then like they completely changed his character, and like Arrow and Flash were supposed to be in the first episode. And like literally they shot all this stuff and then didn't use it and redid the whole show. And I was like,
yeah. It feels like there's a lack of planning, and I think there's I don't watch all the DC stuff, so I don't have a whole lot to comment on with it. But from what I have seen, it's not as cohesive as something like Marvel, which has a lot of planning that goes into it. It has somebody who, like Kevin Feige, looks over to have one vision for it all. Star Wars used to have George Lucas. Now Kathleen Kennedy is kind of doing her best, but she's more of like the business person behind it. Whereas like in the Star Wars creative department, it's Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, who have basically taken it over with The Mandalorian, and they've proven themselves in a sense. So
not Boba, but yeah.
I think Book of Boba is something else entirely in a way, because it was the first time that we get a Star Wars series that's executive produced by someone else, I think.
Oh, really? Was that the case?
So it was written by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, but I think the executive producer was Robert Rodriguez, who had directed the Boba Fett episode where he comes back and he gets his armor on, what was it? The planet where Grogu is abducted by Moff Gideon.
He wrote that episode, and
I don't think he didn't write that episode. He directed that episode, and then he executive produced the Boba Fett show. But the Boba Fett show was written by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, and some episodes were directed by different people. But the one who kind of oversaw was Robert Rodriguez.
Huh.
I know it's very, very convoluted and complex, but
that I wasn't a huge fan of that. But yeah, sorry, keep going.
And for Kenobi, we have Deborah Chow, who's doing that, who directed the 3rd episode of Mandalorian season 1, but it looks like she has a pretty good grasp of things, especially with like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan coming out and saying how excited he is for it. You know, I don't think an actor would do that if they weren't as confident in what their delivery was.
Yeah.
You're right.
There was sorry, go on.
No, it was Brick Oxes who was pointing out that it was Tython. That I couldn't remember the planet, but go on, Si.
There was one episode in Stranger Things where Eleven she just left and she went off into the city, and she met up with all of these people. And as far as from what I remember looking at, that was directed by one person, and it was a rubbish episode. It was like completely rubbish, and I don't think that person has ever directed for them ever again. It was nonsense. And I mean, I remember looking at Twitter the next day, and so many people were going, please Never do anything like this again. This is absolute trash. You know, all the usual Twitter talk.
What I've heard is like they did try to like, you know, they tried to use that episode for something. What came out of that episode was good. You know, 11 learning how to use her powers. We got some epic scenes after that. But yeah, no, I remember that episode being trash because I have a love-hate relationship with Stranger Things. So
Really?
I hate horror movies. I legit can't
I do
watch them.
too. I do too.
I legit can't sit down and watch a horror movie and feel like I just enjoyed. I want to sit down. Like I like a lot of comedy stuff. Like usually sitcoms is where I go to because I want to come after that and be like, I enjoyed watching that. And usually my outliers for that is like, you know, Marvel, Star Wars, and but I want to be able to sit down something like I enjoyed. I feel good about my life after that. Whereas when I watch her stuff, I am on edge for the next week.
The older you get, right? I think, like, I don't know about you guys, but I used to love fun fairs, and now I kind of have a bit of a fear of going on those things. Come on. But I agree when it comes to, like, you know, horror. I didn't mind horror stuff and scary stuff and all that, but now I have to watch The Walking Dead in the daytime because that has me on edge.
I can't even watch it. It's too much for me to even get into. Like I can enjoy it, like you're kind of saying. Stranger Things, I watched the first season, and I was watching it with a friend. We kind of binged it the whole way through because he thought that I would enjoy it. And I could still in my mind the slug. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like no.
Yeah, and that's my big thing too.
It sticks with
like,
you. It sticks with you.
Oh gosh, yeah. Like I think Stranger Things is so good because it's got this great story behind it.
It does. It is really good. I really enjoyed it as a whole. Like I think the characters are great and like it was exciting and fun and you know, it's this mystery, but
all 3 seasons have been great. But yeah, as you were saying, like I'm like trying to decide if I want to watch the new season now because I know it's gonna be. I've heard it's gonna be
we're babies. We're wimps.
I've heard it's gonna be 5 times worse. And I'm like I mean, it's gonna be like not bad way, but like scarier.
You can only get more intense as time goes on. I feel.
Yeah. So I'm just like, yeah, no, I am scared of a horror movie. Like I'm gonna make fun of me, but like I can't watch Monsters Incorporated because I had a really bad experience.
I'm sorry, Brad.
I had a bad experience with that when I was a kid, and it just it kind of stuck with me. And so like I just like kind of like, all right, if I just don't like scary things, and
you probably didn't like Toy Story 3. Is that the one with the evil kind of bear thing in it? That was really dark. I was like, oh my god! Like I don't know. I felt strange watching it because I was like, this is for kids, and I feel like these are a gang of murderers, something like. And I was like, is it the one with the evil kid, the evil weird looking toys, and my god.
No, and like I try to very much like, you know, I think everyone has that stuff where it just like it sticks with them in a bad way.
There are certain moments and certain things that stick with you, and you can't get it out of your brain. And no matter how much you want to forget about it, whenever you think about it, it just puts a pit in your stomach.
I think.
I hate spiders. I hate spiders. So any kind of things with spiders,
snakes,
or whatever, nature programs. I'm fine with snakes. The weird thing is Lorraine hates rats, mice, anything kind of rodenty like that. Likes bunny rabbits for some reason. Well, they're cuter. And she hates snakes. And heights. I don't mind heights, and I don't mind the rats and the rodenty things, and I don't mind snakes. But a lot of people would freak out if they were told, "Here, hold a snake," where I wouldn't. But needles is my thing. I hate getting injections. If someone comes near me with an I'm like, oh, back off, buddy. But Lorraine's fine. Lorraine's fine. She's like, yeah, go on, yeah, take blood, whatever, do whatever.
Pincushion.
Wisdom out. I didn't care about sitting in the chair. I didn't care about people fitting around my mouth. I don't care about that. I actually have never I don't really have bad experiences with the dentist. But I was so scared of them seeing the IV into my arm. That like basically like monitored me and then like eventually put me to like, and I was just like that's where I was scared of. Everything else I was fine with. When I woke up, I was fine. But like that, the only part of that I was like really having a hard time with was when they were about to stick that needle in my heart.
When I got my wisdom teeth out, this is just really quick. You're fine. So my mom came back and the woman was laughing, the nurse was laughing, and she was just like, he's having a good time. And my mom walks in and I say, I'm going to take on the whole empire by myself.
But no, like, we're quickly talking. It's like I hate heights. I cannot heights. I do not do well with heights usually. I've gotten better. Like I really couldn't do fast speeds for a while. But I've gotten better with that. Like I can't do roller coasters. Roller coasters are always out of the question for me. But like I can't do spiders. Like mice, small little rodents, because what I'm scared is they're gonna like run up my legs or something. Like, and we had a mouse here recently too, where my mom was like, "There's a mouse that ran across." I'm pretty sure my cat killed it, and if he didn't, I'm getting on that cat. But like I was like walking around carefully, and if my cat like tail brushed my foot, I freaked out because I thought it was a mouse. But my biggest fear, and I've talked about this, and they all know about this, is frogs. I can't do frogs, and it's. One of my coworkers was like, we're talking about they're trying to get me to like eat different stuff. Like, have you ever had frog legs? And I'm like, that is my biggest fear, is having something of a frog in my mouth. So
maybe you need to get over that. Maybe we need maybe when we go to Rochester together,
Matt, you want me to cut you in your sleep?
I don't think there's getting over some of the fears, really. Like, I mean, I don't know how anyone could get over a fear of needles, someone jabbing metal in your arm. Like, well, I had to get a blood test done a while ago, and the nurse started to do it, and she was like, you shouldn't even come near me. And she put the thing, the what's gurney or whatever I went pale, and she was like, "Oh, you okay?" I was like, "Oh yeah. If I faint, you might have to pick me up," saying it half seriously. And she was like, "Well, would you like to lie down?" And I was like, "Yeah, I won't have to fall far from lying down." So I was lying down, and she started. I could feel the blood being sucked out of my arm. I'm not joking. And then this blackness came over me. I swear, I was like, and I could feel myself just passing out. And she was like, it was around the time of the 2000 whatever, when Trump was going to be nominated, and she was like, "Oh yeah, what do you think about the Trump thing?" And I was thinking to myself, "Oh God, shut up talking, I'm passing out here." And she was trying her best
trying
to
to
keep
get your
me away.
mind off of it. Yeah.
And oh man, and then I was like, "Oh my God, please tell me you're finished." She was like, "I'm finished now." And I looked down, and there was a thing of blood in my arm, and I was like, but when I see anything like that, even if it's a TV show and someone's getting an operation, my legs turn to jelly, and I could easily fall down.
When I worked at the news station.
Oh, Brad, sorry, but I did watch my wife giving birth, and there was no problem with that. I was fine.
See,
How weird! How
that's
weird is that?
good.
That's good.
Sure. Like I'm gonna have to like stand in a corner like this, like But no, a quick thing. I had a coworker when I worked at a news station who, anytime we had to tell her, "Hey, by the way, there's a story with blood coming up in it," like whatever about the blood drive stories and stuff like that, because she would get really like, lightheaded.
I feel that way too. Yeah, I had problems in biology in school. Honestly, we didn't have to dissect anything or nothing like that, but it was
dissecting stuff. And I'm so I don't remember what happened that year in college, but we didn't like not high school. We didn't have to dissect anything. We just had to watch videos. I think if we couldn't stomach the dissecting, we could watch videos on it, and that was still bad enough for me.
Yeah. Our teacher gave us a heart and was like, "Oh yeah, this is this and this is this," and then they would stick your finger into the ventricle or whatever. And I was like, "Oh, I'm trying to stand up. You want me to put my finger in this?" Yeah, the teacher thought, "Oh, it's fine, just this," and then they wanted us to cut it open, and I was like, "I am not doing that." Yeah,
I had dated someone she was a cardiac pediatric anesthesiologist. She was very smart, very, very smart. But whenever I asked her how her day was, it was like all this information, which, I genuinely want to hear how your day is. But like, I don't need to hear like, I'm happy for you that you were excited that you got to hold a heart in your hands. That was, like you're going to put it into somebody else and do a transplant for the first time, which is incredible. But at the same time, like every detail is like giving me this feeling of okay, I feel a little squeamish right now. Yeah, there's no other way to describe it.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's this girl I was interested in college, and she was a medical technician or whatever it's called, basically, and she was talking about one of the classes where literally they're watching these videos of people getting like gutted, and there's this guy right behind her just eating like like breakfast pizza in class while they're doing this, and she's like, "Okay, this doesn't make me squeamish, but how can you do that?" Like,
He's just like, yeah, just, it's fine. No, that's crazy. I don't know how. I like. We need people like that who can do
Right,
stuff like that,
right.
but I don't know how they do it. I
Takes
really
very
don't.
special people.
that is why we make Lego content. That is because we don't have to deal with any of that stuff because we just make Lego content.
We make Lego content that turns into a therapy session like it is now, and I love it.
What happened?
We're having fun. That was just a conversation. That whole thing, that was just a conversation. And you know what? It was nice.
Somehow we've kept a constant around 10 viewers this whole time. Thank you guys. As Simon was saying, please drop a like if you're enjoying this. This is not usually what Stud Buds is, but like,
do you know what? Go on.
So I was going to quickly say we went from talking about DC and how chaotic that universe is to Star Wars to Stranger Things to fears, and we just wrapped up on phobias. So so wow, I don't know what just happened over the last like 50 minutes, but
I find that the people in chat are human, we're human, and we all experience the same fears and stuff. But it's also good for people in chat to see that we're human and we go through these kind of things as well, rather than us just talk about Lego and stuff like that. It shows we are human beings, and some of us are not as brave as you guys might have thought. But funny.
Totally.
Do you know what, guys? We're coming up on the 10 o'clock mark. Randomly random. Hey, how's it going? I know another person there. This is great. Yeah. So I know people are lurking and stuff. So that's always good. Thanks for joining. It's 5-2, guys. I think we'll call it here, and it's been a great opportunity taking over the stream. Even though it's not April Fool's, but it was brilliant. I loved it. I want to do it again. I do want to say thank you to Brad for having me on. I want to thank Matt. I want to thank Ethan and Zane as well. And and I know I mentioned you as well. Shut up. The producer wants some recognition as well. You nearly wrecked it with your Wookiee talk. Your man.
Can I just say, I'm going to Will Smith this guy if I ever meet him. Okay.
I will Will Smith it beep out of your beep.
My name.
I did have something like that queued up, and then I thought it might be a bit too far. Different people are taking different sides as well. I didn't want people to go, that Will Smith, he's a, So Aaron's side caution and blame Ethan on everything.
That's always a good idea. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
So
and I'll go with Ethan while he is with his female friend, and with Zane while he's with the baby, and we do big congratulations from the Stud Buds family to him. But yeah, Sai, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll just say a quick thank you to everybody who was here tonight. We had Jude, we had Liam from Opieverse, we had Lisa, we had Jack was here, Danny was here, we had Blob. We had loads of cool people. Emily was here as well. We also had my wife, Lorraine. Ogle Knight was here. We had the Hidden Brick. I don't know if we got to say hi to Hidden Brick, but hi, Hidden Brick. And hello to everybody who will be watching this afterwards as well. I'm going to try it again. Brickcoxes 235. That is a hard one to say. Randomly random as well. Thank you everybody who joined. We hope to see you next week. I won't be here, but I'll be in the chat talking to these guys. And one of you guys can take away the closing ceremony if you like.
Well, being that my camera just went away, I have no idea what's going on because I can't switch out of it. But Brad, go for it.
Yeah, I got this. Guys, as always, dropping the links down below. Look for Stud Buds merch. We got some awesome stuff there, and hopefully very soon, we're going to try to get some other stuff that you can logos and stuff you can get. Not just logos, but maybe like Lego sayings and stuff. So hopefully there's that. Also on top of that, we are going back to our normal show next week, which we're really excited about. We got some fun new segments planned for you guys. Also future guests hope we have to get on, like Ross and other people like that we're just really excited to talk to. And
don't forget to close the poll.
Yes. Oh wait, let's do that quickly before we shoot, I gotta quickly switch.
Good
to
thinking,
focus.
Sai. Good
I
thinking.
remember all these things everywhere except my own live stream. It's hilarious.
We tend to do the same. We tend to do the same.
So we got a lot of fun stuff, as I said, playing for you guys. Go check out thank you to Sai. Big
Yeah,
thank
really.
you from us. You
You did a great
this.
job. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
This was a lot of fun. That intros were just making me dying of laughter out there. And on top of it, like, go check out our stuff. Go check out my YouTube channel and Tavern Talk, which will be every Monday. Gonna work on a neck. I gotta go work on my episode. Holy crap. Then Matt, go check out his stuff and hopefully see that new Lego review he's gonna be dropping here soon.
Yeah, I've been working on it for a while, but life has gotten in the way for a lot of, more personal reasons, but that's just, you know, like Sai said, we're all human, so stick around. It will be dropping soon. I'm very close to being finished with it.
Also, quick thing, Zane shot first with 30 after 29 votes, 37%. And then it was Matt with 31, me with 20, and Ethan with 10. We all don't think Ethan would shoot first.
Zane was Han Solo tonight, so hey, it worked out well.
There we go.
Perfect.
All right, guys. We'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.